Hey everyone, uh, T90 here, and as y'all can see, we are gonna speak on some Magus of the Library. Now, I got my boy Mr. Lizard here.
Hey, happy to be talking about the greatest series of all time, Magus of the Library.
This is the main hive leader of Magus of the Library. You have to check in with him first if y'all wanna speak on the series. So, luckily we got him in here. You can see the Twitter ad there too. Kentucky is hard. Drop a follow too. He take time out of his day speaking on some greatness. Gotta appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna mainly speak on a volume 6, as y'all can see right here, volume 6 of Magus. I read the whole volume not too long ago, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Magus always been a series that I oh kind of low. I host a bit better. EK, how is it now? Is it just like, because I was kind of talking a bit low. Uh, it's fine. Scissor is fine. Okay, my mic's low. Damn. It's better now. Okay. All right. Yeah, Pack has always been like a really good series to me, but I wasn't really seeing the vision because Sophie's really good at setting up, but when it came to like the payoff I was getting, I wasn't really seeing it. But the setup is like, it's just really good. Like, I just underestimated just how good the setup was. Like, when I took a step back, I started looking at all the aspects, uh all the like aspects of like the series, characters, all that. Yeah, I realized it was great. So, and Form 6 did a good job with that. So yeah, excited to kind of talk about it. And yeah.
Yeah, Volume 6 is really great, especially in terms of the interconnection or like the relationship between characters rather than the whole world. But I think Mitsu Izumi is great at doing both of them, and she focused more on doing the interpersonal relationships between both multiple characters in a excellent way.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. I like how, because like what I also like about Volume 6 was that Medina 2 was what's the premise? Uh, I mean, you can kind of speak on what the premise of Magus is.
The premise of Magus it's about a story about a world where everything. Okay, it's about.
It's pretty hard, right?
See, I don't know what angle to tackle this. So
Yeah,
it's also I'll go. Uh, but it's a kind of like a Arabian in the Night style a manga about a boy named Theo who's in love with books, and he really loves reading and loves books. And his dream is to become a librarian in the biggest library in the entire world. But in this library where he's trying to become a cofner. They do more than just do a normal library standard things. They'll go to other uh, places around the world and like find missing text, or they'll like catalog stuff. It's a super complex and deep like library system, and like librarians aren't just standard things here. There's mixes of magical and fantasy in here, adventure. There's a lot of different things, but I feel like you just have to read the story to understand it.
yeah. Just of course, it's always best to check it out yourself. But yeah, it has a lot of aspects a lot of people like in the series. So yeah, let's just get started with Volume 6. Um, so Volume 6 was going through the things with her name was Satire, right?
Cynthia, I think.
Cynthia. Okay.
Yes.
It wasn't really dialogue accompanying her. Just like we got introduced to her last chapter of volume 5, and then here we're just seeing her just going through like the fieldings and stuff. Dewey Decimal System, yes. What the heck? Yeah, and then we found out her age too. That she's actually it was 12, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah, and but outside of the Satai stuff, yeah, we started with the Medina. Okay, so chapter 25, um, we kind of got Medina's. We're getting Medina's like when she was talking about like her family, her dad, and her praying, and I didn't know the significance of the prayer till later when they started talking about just like how much religion impacted like their views and all that. But speaking on just like the backstory alone, I found it kind of. I mean, like not just backstory. That's too vague. Like her relationship with her family members, um, because she's always the type to use her family name to like oppress even her teachers. Like she was trying to cook her teachers using the family name.
yeah,
Um,
her her relationship with her family and like how she uses it as a crutch, but also as something she hates is really interesting dynamic she has.
so I really like Theo's words to her theater in the chapters after because it's like again she's using us both like to hold herself together and to and this was for inferiority as well. So it's like that's why he was like be consistent. Like are you gonna use it as like yes I'm a proud member of this family yada yada yada, or are you gonna hate the family and then try to like you know prove that you're either better than your family, stuff like that. But yeah, the common sad backstory. I mean, parental abuse leads to bad kid. Very common. But I like how it was set up when like I'll just give like a quote when she was like, "My siblings were very cold toward me. As opposed, they envied the way I excelled in all my lessons. It most certainly was not because they refused to accept me as the true daughter of their house." And then like she said this like 8 different times when like um she would like explain what she went through, and then she would give like the real reason why she was treated that way, but make it sound like that's not the reason. Be like, oh, it definitely wasn't cause, and then she'd give the exact reason. And then when I kept seeing her do it over and over and over and over, and I'm just like, man, because it's one thing just being like neglected and abused and all that, but it's another when like you're completely aware of why, but you're just like living in that denial. Because I've seen many series where characters wouldn't realize that their parents never loved them. Like later, they'll be like 17, 19, 20, stuff like that, and then they kind of like reflect, and or the parents would do something that's like the last straw, and they're like, wait, like did you never like love me at all, type of thing. It's something you realize down the line, but at least you had those fake happy memories, like during your childhood. So at that point, you still had that like fantasy that, oh, I was still a loved child. But Medina, like she knew, like she knew that like she was just I think she was born out of headlock, right? Like,
Yeah, she was like the standard commoner, like her dad was with a commoner daughter, commoner
Muslim.
woman. Yeah, not daughter. So,
Yeah.
uh, I think her backstory is really interesting because, like, first of all, one thing that's like I don't think she mentions it really, but one thing that's shown is like it's pretty obvious is how much her sex or like her being a woman plays or girl plays into this. Like, that's
Yes.
what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me, like that's one big theme in Magus that they that's one thing I really love with that series is like how different female characters will in different points of story talk about how the effects of sexism in this in the in the culture different cultures have effect on them and like how like impacted their impacted them. And like you can see here, she's like she's not being treated well, and like her dad is only really caring about the sons that are, I'm assuming, a quote unquote legitimate
Yeah,
members of the family, but they're also men. So her dad just thinks, you can just get married and have a kid, but no one care about that. And I understand why Medina want to try to deny it, because it's hard as a kid to swallow the fact that they just hate you for something you can't control, for something just being born.
yeah,
It's not something.
exactly.
It's like, how are you gonna be a kid and act like it's hard as being a kid and being accepting that, like, oh, my dad hates me because I was just born. Like, how are you supposed to accept that?
Exactly. It gotta be something else. That's what you're like.
And
I suppose it was because how deep my faith ran and how intelligent I was. That's why he didn't admit. I was like, Medina, stop. I was like, come on, man.
it's seen like, well, I don't necessarily agree with the actions she takes in the story so far. It sees how she channels that anger. She has no proper way to channel it,
Yeah, no way.
and so I wonder if there's a hint of uh what's that word called, hatred towards self-hatred when she mocks other people of lower birth, because she's also
Yeah,
trying
she's
to.
lower birth. Yeah, because she's definitely lower birth, and because of that, that's why she was treated that way. That's why when she meets someone else, she's like, yeah, she tries to like separate themselves just so she can kind of like rewrite her own reality. It's like, okay, I was never, I have no commoner blood, stuff like that. It's just like I'm the Tobo girl, so I should be treated that way because she technically was not treated that way. She was like in that like gray area. Someone said, "Damn, she's like Ascalad." You be hinting too. So can you uh approve of that statement? That Padina's like her backstory is like basically
Yeah,
her
yes,
something like that.
but yeah, yeah,
It's been a
she's
break. I
asking.
didn't even know Ascalad's backstory,
And
bro.
I'm not, I didn't either. I was just
Oh, this guy. Yeah.
I was
So
guessed, so I act
oh
like I
yeah,
know
and
something.
also the art too. I like how um her facial expressions is like since Medina's always angry, they could just draw her like in so many different like scenarios where she's just making all these like different faces because of just how like angry she is. But yeah,
Yeah, and
so
also to add to this, I don't think it's mentioned, but this is definitely like, I know how conservative, like they see how conservative the back like her parents and like her whole background is, so it kind of makes sense her beliefs sort of thing. So you through her you see the effects of systematic or generational teachings of like, these people are bad, and then you repeat that all the time, mixed with how she grows up and how she's trying to be get rid of her inferiority complex by being superior, and maybe she thinks to herself, "Hey, I might be a legitimate daughter, but at least I'm better than these people," as a way to prop herself up.
yeah,
But
and you mentioned the feminism thing, and yeah, you're definitely right because she was extremely talented. Not as talented as like our captain of cast, but like her studies, like she was like acing shit. It's just that she just wasn't being paid attention to. Most likely, again, mix of commoner birth and also she's a woman. Like if she was an illegitimate son, then and she was that talented, the dad probably would have paid more attention or like did more stuff for her. But because she isn't, then that's kind of why she was treated the way she was, which is
yeah,
tough. Okay, and then after the Medina motivations, we get the what do you call her? The one that she's the girl that's like a yeah this
Gucci
one
scarf, Louis Vuitton.
no the she's new the one that doesn't discriminate against the poor or the rich that as long as you're competent she likes you.
Oh yeah, I know her.
Yeah, yeah,
Let me
that's a good
find.
character. Yeah, yeah, I like her. We're
She
like
is.
off topic, but I really like that old lady teacher has somewhat of a rival. Nah, that's not off topic. That's on topic. And yeah, old lady teacher. I really like the old lady teacher. We need a name. Hold on. Let's respect her. Let's
The
respect this old lady teacher, bro.
main lady teacher, her
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is
the main one.
I'm not gonna. It's her last name is Saros. So just call it that because her
Oh yeah,
first name is like
Ceros, all right, Professor Ceros, bro. You get my respect. But yeah, and the thing is, the rival is actually like technically better than Professor Ceros, like on paper. Like I think she always had better grades or something like that. And I was just like, dang, my professor, second place? Oh, is Sita. You know what? Professor X, bro. We X-Men this shit. Professor X, bro. But, you said Ceros. What is it? Oh, no, because you got the official. Actually, it doesn't matter. Old lady professor, bro. We all know what she's talking about. Oh yeah, and I noticed. Speaking of like the rivalry between them, a lot of these series always got a finance problem. I guess that's just natural when you know have a system like this, but with the finance problem, the wrinkles cause have you dying, yes sir. Uh, yeah, it's always like lack of funding, because the you don't have to pay for the books, right? Like for the
I think you
library.
do. Well,
Yeah.
the library has to pay for them. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the library has to pay for them, but
They
not the
may.
people that come in.
Uh, no, man, I'm not sure. I don't think they have to pay for it. Probably not, because it's more of it's a library, right? They want people
Yeah,
to
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
do
yeah,
it for
yeah,
free.
yeah. It's not like library will
They,
have a membership or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's so it's like they have to donate. I think they talk about it like they
yeah, yeah.
just say it for free.
Donate. Yeah, yeah,
They might
yeah.
get donations, but that's they have to work hard for it. It does. I mean, that's a minor thing, but it does play into the overall bigger story of the war happening and the funding we caught
Yeah,
out for different
the setup for
countries.
that is beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
The war.
So after now it's free. Yeah, exactly. It's free. Okay, so after this lady gets introduced,
Wait, are you doing it in order or?
I mean, I'm just kind of scrolling through. I did kind of talk about her a bit. So
Okay, okay, yeah.
yeah, there
She's
really is. As long as it's volume 6, then I'm done.
yeah. Okay, I was just wondering.
But the Captain get paid pretty good though. It's one of the highest. Well, they have a lot of influence. I'm pretty sure they get paper. I'm pretty sure they get paper. Like Captain is one of the most sought out jobs in the world. Like there needs to be a finance component to it. Like there's no way it's just like they're doing it for goodwill. Like Evie Kavna is mainly for goodwill, because yeah,
I think there
no,
might be part of it.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
A
not.
good amount of because like there's definitely people here with planetary motivations, but like I don't know, it's really hard to become a captain. I cannot believe that is a free job. It makes
Uh,
like
I think it pays well, but it definitely doesn't pay as well as like a Hanma or a
oh yeah,
like a
yeah,
dev.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like a
Hanma
lot of
definitely.
yeah, a lot of the kafir which are women just go into the shop because it's the only alternative that they can have rather than being stuck in where they are.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true. But yeah, you won't catch Kafna living in the slums and stuff, bro. They out here. Okay. Make sure them. Oh yeah, and then we gotta talk about the professor giving Theo the greatest speech of all time, bro.
Man,
When Theo tried to, this is me. Theo's literally me, bro. It's like, man, I can't do it in 2 hours. Can I take it home, please? She said, bro, no, you doing it right now. I was like, wait, what? And then when she explained it, I was like, wow.
the analogies are the
Yeah,
all the,
it is so clear. You understand it perfectly. I was like, dang,
and
this is
it's
great.
like it's crazy because I personally know what Theo or like the analogy and like I understand what happens with that, right? Like explaining how if when you're closer to the goal you end up not wanting to
Yeah,
do as much effort, and I'm like I can
yeah, because you're
personally
like, bro, I was using 100% of my effort to reach here, and I see the finish line. why would I keep using 100%? You know, like I'm right there. I can get by with 60%, and then that's what holds you. You gotta always stay on your grind. I was like, okay, teach. Okay, teach. Oh yeah, they had the analogy of him mountain climbing and shit. I was like, dude, reading like he's just doing his little quiz, bro. Like, well, why be mountain climbing?
I don't know. I feel like these quizzes be like essay. These should be like
Bro.
Harvard level quizzes, and
Oh
they're
yeah,
13, man.
yeah. These are college. No, not even college. This is PhD dissertations, bro. Like you gotta.
They're yeah, it's crazy.
To the finance stuff. Yeah, I also really liked how when I heard that Medina got in through being paid, I was like, man, I really didn't like that because I felt like it's gonna eventually undervalue. This manga is really good at symbology. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, with Medina, I felt like her getting in through being paid would really undermine the value of like what a kafna is or how to become a kafna. But that's why I really like when the professor ended up saying that yeah, she might have been paid, but and then she started looking at the test. She said, but I see like not potential, but like no potential too. But she peeped that Medina actually has a talent, like a really good talent that like if she could just like focus that talent into something that like a Kafna could use, she could actually become a very talented Kafna. But the test couldn't like cover or see something like that. So basically, she gave Fadina a pass that like yeah she might have gotten being through paid. I mean, gotten through like cash and stuff like that. But she does have a talent to be a normal Kafna. It's just we just gotta cultivate it in the right or lead it in the right direction, and then we'll be good. So
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. I think it was mentioned she had like in terms of just like being smarts and the whole thing. She's great. It's just her personality of working together. I think the one thing she really failed at was the third part of the test where you have to work within the group. When you know that's pretty obvious, seeing how she is, that she would not be great at that. But yeah,
I don't mind the paid thing because you wouldn't make it if you don't got it. Um, I get what you're saying, but it's like there was this one page where it said every single professor failed her and said she was garbage. So that's why I was like, wait, what? Every single Kafna teacher said she doesn't deserve to be a Kafna, yet she became a Kafna through being paid. So that's what I was like, huh? But that's what the professor pointed out, and Liz, like you said, it was mainly the practical too. But you need to be credited that to be Kafna anyway. But the professor mentioned that it
yeah.
wasn't also because like her hatred and stuff. Yeah, that's one thing, but like those emotions, like the way she channels them, it's like I guess that in itself is like a talent. And then she's like, if we could just like bring that
Yeah.
energy to, you know, whether it's like hard work, yada yada yada, then she would become like great. Like she actually likes, like she has faith that Padina won't like she can become something. And then I like the fact that she threw that in there because if we didn't have that part, all we know is that number one, Medina got paid to become a Kafna, and two, almost all the Kafna professors said she was not good enough. That like every one of them got bad marks. So I'm like, someone like this should not be here. But we got professor on her back, and she also said the test isn't perfect. Like, so those two facts were good.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's mentioned on page thing page 26 or 27 about yeah, it's like the
Of,
proctors on the
of,
third exam.
of chapter what?
26.
Okay.
20 yeah, 20 my bad. Page 5 no, page 5 on page chapter 26, my bad. About like if you the bottom, the practical components different
Yeah,
matter.
scores for
Every
first
proc
component were a bit lacking, but I really don't see the issue. Doesn't every the practical practical is entirely different matter. Every proctor said the same thing. She's the worst they've ever seen. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like worst you've ever seen. I was like, bruh, why is she here? Cause of some bread?
it's her dad is obviously, we can say, he just wants to save face, and
Oh yeah,
he
yeah,
wants to flaunt.
yeah, yeah, 100%. That is like, bro, no one with my name is failing. He said, nah, bro.
Overall assessment, and yeah, I agree though. Like overall assessment is so Medina would be unable to cope in the environment as versus the capital. Yeah,
Bro,
she's like
that the girl be unable to cope in it. Okay, okay, so yeah, that was the main issue that she wouldn't be able to. Okay, all right, I get it. And the thing is, even though survival, she's supposed to be the quote unquote antag. At the end of the day, you need bread to run these these libraries, bro. Like you gotta cut corners sometimes, get the finance through. It happens.
I don't think she's an anti. She's just like the rival character
Yeah,
to
yeah, oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
teacher we love.
I'm using that too loosely.
Yeah, I know what you mean though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting to change her opinion.
Okay. Oh yeah. Put the drooge on your head. I I kind of forgot what that's supposed to symbolize. Like cause I think
That's
Theo has it right,
yeah,
or
it's
is that something else?
yeah. Theo has a second unwanted birth, like the
Unwanted birth,
twins.
right?
I
Yeah.
think you have twins. You don't want one of them, so you leave one. You take
Yeah.
one of them, and you give the mark of the
Why
Drooge.
not, bro? I do not understand these,
It's a
bro.
religious thing. Maybe it's like in some religions, being left-handed is
I
bad.
think I
Maybe
need to
having
play more
twins.
than her score. Yeah, yeah. And then now that I looked at the pages again, yeah, because like a big thing about Cap, it's kind of like in in like real life. If you're going to be like a representative of like a big company or something like that, like you'll be one of the main faces of it. You have to be good at like speaking to people. You just have to. So if you're extremely poor at that, yeah, there's no way. So yeah, like Kapna's the same thing. Like you gotta be able to just understand people or be able to like step back a bit to survive as a Kapna, and she just absolutely couldn't. So yeah, there's more attitude. The score wasn't, again. They said the score was a bit lacking, but it wasn't like it wasn't nothing too terrible. But like it
Yeah.
was more practical. So yeah, you guys are right. Thorvin said Miss Medina, bro. How are you today, Miss Medina? I'm just like, Miss? Shoot. Miss? Added her to the harem, bro. That's crazy. Oh yeah, the religion thing. I really love how Magus handles religion because it started off like they were gonna be like preachy. They'll be like, oh, don't religion is bad because it caused this group to attack that group. Don't follow that religion, like that kind of thing. But nah, like Theo of all people was the one that was defending it, and I love the example Theo used when like after that crazy war, and they were looking for survivors, and then they said, and people thought the survivors would be the healthy young, 18, 20-year-old men because they're like prime of human life and youth and all that. But nah, the ones that made it all the way to the end were they say the ones that made it through were those who never abandoned their daily hymns and prayers, even when all hope seems lost. And of course, it's more of a like a mental thing because you have no clue when help is gonna come. Everyone around you dying, like you just lose hope. You're like, dude, like we're all gonna die. Everyone around me is dying. Help not coming. Like I'm cooked, and then you just kind of like just like let death take you over. But the ones that are like those super religious, praying every day, like, nah, God got a plan. God got a plan. God got a plan. And
God's
yeah,
plan.
God's plan, and then they made it to the end. And then
Uh,
um
yeah.
yeah, see what you wanted to say.
No, just finish. Unless you want to go somewhere else, because I want to add to the.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, so Theo was kind of defending, especially since the religion he was defending too was what caused like the his like his discrimination and stuff like that. But he was even saying that like, especially since he used the background too, since their ancestors they were from another group, and like their history was not that long. You know, it was a pretty short history, and then they needed something to claim their own, and that religion was that. And then he over here he said, I don't think anyone in the world has the strength to keep pushing onward all alone. Maybe adhering to the habits of faith isn't so silly if it means we have something to steady ourselves against when it comes to the face of adversity. And I was just like, yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons that I see people that go through like such devastating scenarios where you would think that what's the point of just continuing to live? Either they lost all their family in like car crash, natural disaster, it's just dumb, and then they not only did they were they like the sole survivor, but let's say they survived like with like just one arm or like new disease or something like that. They're like, dude, why would I continue to live? But and then in a lot of those scenarios, still be they'll fall back on something like religion. So it was like, yeah, I really like that. Like Theo was really mature for his age, bro. I do not think he's 13. He's
Like,
30.
I just taught him well, man. That's my son. I taught him
Okay.
everything I knew.
Okay.
But I think the talk about religion is so well, so it's like insanely well written. But first of all, I like that she, as you said, she's positive about it, but she's also kind of negative.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
She shows the absolute worst that can happen with religion, or
Mm-hmm.
like just belief in things that you don't need to, and what happens with the hoppy and like the thing. But she shows the what, but she shows also what can happen when with the with like Theo and like the example you gave about religion being a ice, it's being a rock or something you can hang on to in the darkest of times.
Yeah,
And
and real quick, I just want to piggyback on what you're saying. Yeah, with the positive thing, I meant more so like a lot of people will cut off on like when like with how she used the like showed one of the darkest examples of religion causing like genocides and crazy wars and stuff like that. People would stop there and be like, yeah, see, like this is what religion can do. But she like turned turned it around and be like, yeah, these could happen, but also don't forget that this is still why people follow their religion. Like it's not like it's a like it's just 100% all bad, yada yada yada. Because again, I read a lot of stories where religion will cause like the genocides, yada yada yada, and then like that's it. And then now they're like the antags, the group, and then we have to like destroy them. So, but I like how she wasn't such like one dimensional with it. It's just like, yeah, like this is one of the most heinous things you can do, but also, and then like continued on it. Like that was really good.
yeah, and I
Yeah,
think it's
exactly.
interest
I have not read a series that touches on religion like this. Like not at all. But
like
yeah, go ahead. It
yeah.
was my fault.
I was gonna say it's also interesting you said about villains and like religious villains, just because normally in manga the biggest religion is Christianity or something based off Christianity,
Yeah.
Catholicism, Catholics or
Did you cut off?
the main religion in Islam, my bad,
Yeah, yeah.
Religion, Islam religion, and the word the Huron people that are based on the Islam religion, or the
Mm-hmm.
Hopi, which are based off, I think, the Jewish religion. I'm pretty sure Jewish.
I think so.
Yeah, and then there's like North American, the Kado, the Mass people are Japanese. The Rakta, I'm pretty sure they're based off of the of Chinese or
Yeah, yeah.
like East
East Asian, yeah.
the Kokopo. I think the fairy people are based off of North American, but she pulls in like all these different non European Western religions of just Christianity. and I think that's really interesting and how she tackles them because you don't really see these religions being tackled in manga. Obviously, it's not 100%, and like she's
Yeah,
just
you're right
basing it
about
off
that.
them, but it's really interesting to see.
And like when it comes to common tropes with with uh religion and stuff like that, it would be like you said, want to be like the hand tags. So to be like the religious group that's super corrupt. MC's gotta beat them, or it'll be and then when they're like very positive, it'll be like a pedal shonen where like someone be like the paladin that could like heal you because of power of God and all that stuff like that. But I like how here religion isn't like a superpower or it doesn't give you like superpowers and stuff like that. And again, we can even say like good or bad. It's never that simple. It's just there and it's spoken on. And same thing with feminism too. I mean, wait,
Yeah.
what's the how am I forgetting this word? Anyway, um, oh wait, am I dropping frames? But what I'm saying is like when they're speaking on female oppression, I like how we get a lot of different point of views to it. Like it's not just because like usually it'd be like one girl kind of giving her account on like her experience, but like in this series we get so many different accounts on like what they're going through, what they went through, because it's never just like one story, because a lot of series they'll do it in a way where we get the either the female lead or like second female lead, third female lead that will give their experience of dealing with misogyny and stuff like that. But like again, Magus covers such a huge amount of female characters that they all give their own accounts, and they're all different too. Like what Fadina went through is way different than what each other female characters go through, and but they're still under the same umbrella. So I really
Yeah.
did enjoy that.
I think that's. I mean, obviously, I think other manga did it. I just can't think of any. But I really love that though. Like you'll see it in one volume. I think it's Shadow Gucci Scarf. She talks about how she became, or you have like Aya talking about in her Fox of War arc was really just about how she doesn't want to be defined as just like as society's definition of like of a woman, or like she wants to do a bunch of stuff and not and the expectations of women in that society is crushing her. So it's like so interesting, right? Like it's yeah, as you said, it doesn't go away. Like I know a lot of series will have it there, and like they'll talk about it once, and then it seems I'm not saying it goes away, but it's like
Yeah,
it's in the background, but it's like ever present in this one. Like
like
everything you do is religion, wealth, like poor background also comes into play. But yeah,
it's facts. Yeah, and then Aya kicking Medina. Yeah, the Kriak.
Shadow Aya, man, she was ready to.
Yeah, slump Chowdy, bro. I just ready to slump her. Oh yeah,
Oh god,
shout out Cat Girl and and Theo. The fact that because like they saw themselves in Medina, surprisingly, like they were all outcasts and all that. They did trying to cope with their environment. I never saw it like that. And then especially when they said, "Hey, we've been through way worse than Medina, bro." Like she is not the final boss of racism. We have dealt we have dealt with way worse. I never thought that they've actually experienced worse. So like Medina wasn't even like too bad for them. Like they're like, I think we can still show her that like she can still survive here. And I
yeah,
like that the dope page spread went crazy. And I see that not at all. But with Medina, yeah, I like how one of Theo's main motivation to help her wasn't like blind MC. I'm so nice MC, but one of his main, it's just his respect for Kafna. He knows that the Kafna, they need so many hands on deck. Like they're always, like they almost never have enough people, and So each each individual kafna is so precious to like the occupation. And Medina, like he was telling her, hey, like you're still a kafna. Like we need people. You would be a big help to kafnas if we're able to get through the class, get through the training and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, like, cause I still remember I forgot my niece's name, the one that helped him and the cat girl in the Kapna test. It was like him, cat girl, and then the girl
Um,
hit the
Nautica.
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 Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had a girl.
Forehead girl. Yeah, forehead is a little big. But Sadaka, we'll talk about how he wasn't serious enough as a captain. And I low-key thought she was just talking to talk until like they revisited like that statement in like a few chapters after. But yeah, like she talked about how he wasn't like too serious about being a captain. But seems like those like him helping Medina just to help the overall captainers, that really does show that hey, like Theo about this, man. Like this, he about this captain lifestyle.
Yeah, I think Theo's first of all, Theo and Olga's talk is really like like really nice, interesting. Like it makes sense that we're not really phased about her her really attacks on them because first of all, at least I don't know about Olga, but I know for Theo, he was a he pretty much alone with his sick sister or like his sister. Shout out the best sister of all time.
Yes, sir.
But like he's used to being isolated compared to now. He has friends, he has people he could rely on. He's
Yeah.
been through way worse at a younger age, and now it's just she. That's why he can see the pain she goes through, and so or like the what she's trying to hide with her actions and stuff like that. And yeah, I think Theo also just wants to. I don't think it's MC really like I'm happy. It's more I feel like it's also just a personal thing where it feels like he needs to feel like he can change these people to really go about his thing because he needs to. I feel like a part of him needs to think that people that are at least like
Like
kids his age,
lost.
they're not lost cause and you can change their
Yeah.
opinion. I
Mm-hmm.
do like I do like kind of that he kind of wavers a bit though because he's not
Yeah.
always head fast. Like
Yeah.
he
That's why I love the Tifa thing. But I was like, Theo, I know you're a good man. You're a good boy, all right. But we can't let Tifa's name be dragged out. He said, he said this is your second warning. Don't let us
man,
get to three, bro.
you
I was like, what?
you don't
Theo?
want Theo's. He's a professional boxer. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
bro. Theo, and he trained. He was lifting tree stumps, bro. Like
He
he
got
don't want to take his punches. Come on now.
tree stumps at 6, man. He's but I do like also even before that with the talk with Olga on page if you want to go on page 39 or 20 chapter 26 of like and there are days that just like maybe
You said
you can't solve
29?
chapter 29 maybe he's being too naive. Maybe you can't always talk it out. Maybe you need to resort to weapons,
Yeah,
like with
yeah,
the talk of the Huron prosecution. Like you can't really talk about when these people are aiming to genocide you. You can't really talk through that.
yep, exactly.
There's
Man,
always
Theo's so good.
this line on page 40. Maybe there are times when honor and lives are at stake that we can't trust in the power of words. Times when the only option is to face our foes with sword in hand. Yo, so
Theo, see, I can see why you had the Theo RV in Volume 3, bro. I was like, Liz, come on, be in Volume 3. Relax.
listen, he got the training by he got the speech training by Ganon, man. When Ganon, like his teacher, like the old man teacher, he was dropping bars before everybody. Like he
I
learned
love
from the best.
Fadina's angry faces, man. It's like, it's just drawn so well.
You can feel the anger,
Yeah,
really.
exactly. Like, it's so emotional.
So
What a fool she must be. Nah, this panel, God. Yo, like, you already insulted her twice. Count yourself lucky with a warning today.
I I do like the box or like her inner thoughts where she's like she realizes she's messing up by saying
Yeah,
like dissing his family. I do wonder if a part of her was just jealous of him having a caring family
yeah.
that was willing to do that.
Then yeah, that might have been it. Yeah,
Like,
and
cause I
then
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
cause I was saying it too quickly because I think in the deep bottom of her heart she knows that if her mom would have like if she got the mark of Rouge, her mom would have just left her to die.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Especially since the mom brought it up. Oh, you lucky your dad didn't put the juju on you, bro. Because the thing is, the mom was living it up. Like she was living the pistress lifestyle. Like
It's
cash, she got her money up, jewelry, Birkin bag. God, she was living good, bro.
yeah,
I
like
love this pose too. Hand on heart, and you better believe I'll succeed. There's no entry for imposters. Man, see, I was thinking of making a Medina video, but like, I don't think she deserves it. She does and she
I
doesn't. I was like, cause
her
like
character now.
I have all, like I have all the tools I need to make a really good Medina video. Like they set it up perfectly for me, but I'm like, man, my first Magus video gonna be Medina. I was like, man,
Oh nah, it can't be your first one.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I'm
I
thinking I want to do one on like the occupational stuff since a lot of people aren't too familiar with like all of them, including me. So I'm gonna do my research to make sure like all the captain
things are
positions,
interesting.
Hanma, all those, and then because like that's gonna take a bit. So this will be a good stat pad vid, and then I'll do
I
Medina.
feel Medina, yeah. The
Oh,
the
and the races, the races and jobs. Those
okay.
are yeah, yeah.
If you needed help, I can link a
Oh
bunch of them.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have to check in with you first. Always. Gotta check in with Liz. Oh yeah,
I
and
mean,
also one thing I liked about the Medina redemption was, um, uh, yeah, she literally immediately apologized without like giving too much of a fuss. Like when they were screaming at her for like destroying all those books, and then yeah, like you think you're better than all of them, just the work mean none to you. Like I'm very sorry for what I've done. I'll clean
yeah, yeah. She
everything
ruined.
up, and then like tend to go clean. And then that was what surprised me because I was just like, whoa, because like these extremely private. She's probably never had to apologize like this, like, but she was just like that. I'm really trying to break free from my dad's influence and be my own person. Like after she made that declaration, the first step is this, like you fucked up. How will you fix it? And then apology, and then she goes to she goes to try to fix her mistake. And I'm just like, okay, because like she could easily throw a fit as always. Like I'm from this clan, the Hadley clan. Don't talk to me like that. I can throw whatever book I want to throw, stuff like that. But she's like, nah, give the apology, straight to work. I was like, whoa, Medina? Question mark?
It was kind of funny though because Gucci Scarf's big moment of her being angry was ruined. Like she
Yeah. I keep getting Gucci scarf mixed up.
nah
Cause she wears the white now, like the
she's the idiot. Mihona, that's her name, Mihona.
yeah, cause like she wears the white I forgot what it's
The
called.
white the headdress, headscarf.
Yeah, it's one they all have to symbolize that they're students.
Yeah, no.
Like even Theo wears it because when they're not like when they don't have it on, then we see the Louis V the Louis V head wrap, bro. But since she had it on, I'm like, whoa, no Louis V. Then who's this? But he said her name was
Mihona.
Mihona. Yeah, okay, Mihona. Yeah,
Uh,
Mihona getting her moment, and nah, it just didn't work out.
I
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and then and also Theo defending Medina against the girl that doesn't discriminate with against commoners, like the one
Yeah.
that yeah that was nice too. He was like, hey, she up future MVP. Don't trip. I was like, okay.
I think it's interesting. Like they didn't brush. I do like they didn't brush over that, but I do want to go
Brush
back to
over
the
what?
whole the her being her doing the temper tantrum because they do
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes they would like just kind of skip it. Ooh,
yeah.
another cub, big ass head.
I mean I do want to go back to if you like the conversation between uh Theo and Medina because like I love his speech about you know if you're like the whole speech he had when after he said you know don't talk about my sister and he's like count yourself lucky and he says if you wish to take pride in your background for sorry be consistent like he calls out her hypocrisy about
Yeah,
you're you know you don't like your parents and you don't like your thing and you hate them but you also use them as a crutch and you know all this you like her actions are paradoxical in ways.
yep, yeah, exactly. We kind of spoke on it a bit before, but yeah, it's like you're saying, yeah, like she said herself, my wealth, my bloodline, even my position as calf now, none of it is my own. I don't have anything I made for myself. Yeah, like yeah, Theo speech really opened her eyes because yeah, she's doing both. Like it's one thing to be like you use your name as a crutch and be like, yeah, because I'm born in this family, I'm way superior to y'all, yada yada yada. But if that's how you want to roll, I mean, that's how you want to play it. Don't come be mad at pops. You know, be mad at your siblings, be mad at pops because they all got your name too. The reason why your name is that like that big or that like important is because of them. Well, not necessarily her siblings, but like the
Her
dad
dad.
and grandpa and great grandpa, all them. Like they're the reason why the name. So if they didn't treat you well and you don't like that, then like Theo said, make your own lane. So
Yeah,
like when
and
she noticed herself going back to her old ways when she started to talk bad about his sister. Yeah. No, but it's not even going back to her old ways because at that point she still didn't change. You know, like there was still no change, but like she did realize she went too far. Like she, you can see her kind of sweating a bit, taking a step back. Um, like yeah, I think Liz pointed out too when like she kind of knew she did too much. Where is it? Like, you can just see you're just like, dang, I really pissed. Cause like Theo don't be getting mad like that, bro. So that's that's how she knew she fucked up, bro. You're like, whoa, my bad, cut. Yeah, Theo, man, Theo's such a good MC. I love him.
Theo is so well written. I love this like on page that's probably one of my favorite lines in the whole volume is page 80 chapter 26 where he talks about you find a way to contribute if there's any time a captain abounds to another it's not because of birth or status it's because of you know he's better you know it's because of the work they put into the
Yeah,
thing
that is facts. Like,
and so I think that's also why it's like he doesn't just see that in the oh you can't get to focus on the lesser people. Sometimes you have to let people like the less more unfortunate, but you have to also let people like Odina know if you want to be a Kafna, you can't just you know you can't give up on people like Medina because all that matters in the thing is not who she was outside of it, but who she is as a Kafna.
yeah, oh yeah, that is true. The library's leader. The library, library is really a sacred place in this series, bro.
It's
A
it's just the
sanctuary, bro.
it's the greatest thing. It's like I think that's also why Theo. That's the thing. This is Theo says it's speech, but I think that is the core reason why he loves being a captain and why he wants to be one is because he's been discriminated. He's been all this, but as a captain, that doesn't matter. All that matters is something he can control, which is how good and how smart you are, like how hardworking you are, which is something that he really must be like. Yeah, I can really jive with that.
Yeah, and the trash trio, like a lot of series has the trio that are like very bad, but I like how they do it here. Like they all really do work together to try to. It's funny too because they actually made way more progress with Medina, even though it wasn't just her. It was more the professor, like giving fantastic advice to Theo and well, mainly Theo, and then Theo helping um
Yeah.
Olga.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Theo helping Olga and Medina to get up to speed. But yeah, like it's so funny because I, I felt the stakes when it came to them trying to pass this exam for the first time
It's
in
kind
fifth
of
grade.
funny.
I was like, yo, I didn't know my professor. Yes, sir.
Let's go. All that to just get to the starting line. Like they
Yeah,
haven't
yeah, the
even.
starting line. Like everyone else is like, they're like, dude, we all finished the test. Why are these three struggling, bro? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Oh yeah,
I
also like with when Medina was kind of realizing she was out of place, she was just like, bro, these guys don't, these guys read for fun.
you
Like,
guys.
yeah, they're like, and that's also why I like Peldorine. I think that's her name. Uh,
Was
Aya's best friend.
oh yeah, her. Yeah. Yeah, she's
Um, yeah, yeah. I like her a lot too because she also kind of complacently just passed the CAPMA exam. Because like Aya was actually trying to like become something huge in life. So she like CAPMA was like one of the stepping stones she needed to succeed in life. And then Pervin like, man, she might need help. All right, I'll be a CAPMA too. And it just became one. I was like, wait, what? Just like that. Trio have high five, stem dunk slap. Hey, I'm with it, bro. It's 2023, bro. We on to newer things. Yeah, that trio high five, bro. That was hot
hype,
and
man.
spicy.
Nah, that into the hug by the professor as well, man. That's
Yes,
real.
sir.
That's real.
No. But you bring your mic home, bro. I'm sorry. Look at the hope of the professor, bro. The professor was
Real
talking about
manga.
Izawa, bro. I'm sorry. Real professor out here.
Let's
Ooh.
go. Well done, you three. I I do like how the professor can be like how she's multiple. Like she's well, I mean, it's just a thing, but she's so not like she's obviously strict and great teacher, but she can be nice and caring at the same
Yeah,
time.
she's like carrot and stick. She's like, if I'm nice first, then I'm mean, they won't like me. But if I'm mean, then I'm nice, they'll like me. I'm like, you are grimy, bro.
You know, she has
Grimy.
that's the years of experience
Yeah,
talking. She knows what she's talking
the
about.
wisdom, bro. The wisdom. Well, I also
No,
like how the professor had no bias against Medina. Like, like it's
oh, that's
yeah, like she didn't actually hate Medina. Um, in I think was it 26?
yes, it was before
When
she
the
throws the. It's when
yeah
she finds out she's been
yeah.
getting paid.
Exactly. Like the professor's whole talk about Padina. Like, oh, of course, I'm not saying all the professors, but like the good professor. You know, she's like, all we need to worry about. Like, her main focus wasn't trying to like find ways to screw Padina over because Padina's so mean, and Medina was talking down on her too. But she just values her job as a professor so much, and she just respects her students, and she sees potential in Medina. So and Medina is a kid, so she's like,
Yeah.
nah, we can fix her. We
Um.
can fix her. So like I like that you know, and then the fact that she gave a hug to Medina. A lot of professors in her situation won't even interact with Medina like that. You know, problem child, don't respect you, yada yada yada. But the professor, she's just great. Just love her.
Yeah. I think first of all, she's been in the game so long. I don't think Medina phases
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She's like she's been used to
You are
character,
correct. You are correct.
and yeah, maybe a part of her thinks, yo, if I can get this one problem child like that represents everything against me under my wing, it's just easier for other people, all the other students to respect me. Type B, if that makes sense. But
Yeah, yeah. That could be part of it. Could be part of it.
uh, yeah, but yeah, it's like you have to see her speech. It's kind of interesting. Like you have to see people in the like depending on where you go, your things change, and yeah, like your sense of justice and morals change, and
You mean
also
where you go as a Kafna?
like if you walk, like you're talking about, so you might have different morals, but you have to focus on meeting halfway. I do think,
Wait,
yeah,
what page you on?
Oh, yeah, it's page 53, I think.
Chapter 26.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, page 53 and 54. Especially 53, 54, like the first panel.
Yeah, the sunrise and sunset. Yeah, yeah. When yeah, cause like it's funny because Alf was also like, let's just throw the whole religion away, bruh. And then the professor's friend too, like, just throw the whole thing away. And then Theo and the professor like, nah, that's not the answer, bruh. It's not.
Yeah, yeah, Sumo. Yeah, Sumo. Elf is interesting. I like that he's like he believes in God, but he doesn't. I forgot what it says
Agnostic.
called.
Yeah.
Agnostic. Willow.
Yo, yeah. I think this cut off, but we should be good now.
Oh yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, frankly, she's starting to grow on me. It's not often I encounter a trainee bold enough to try to stare me down. If you can just convince her to channel that indomitable spirit towards something productive, I think she'll go quite far. She's so positive thinking, bro. She's like, wow, a little kid
Uh,
try to stare me down? I'm like 80. It's like, all right, shoot. Yeah, and in terms of raw ability, she's more than capable of performing whatever duties the library assigns her. Word. Yeah, see, I really like that the professor had to like clear that up. That hey, it's a social issue. She the books
Kana.
the books she's fine with the books. And she even said herself that as a kid she was pretty talented and with
Well,
her studies
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, and that's something the professor. That's something she can only get by interacting with her fellow classmates and the people around her. For
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Medina. I do have this thing though that'd be interesting, like her, because I honestly think she hasn't. She has changed, but she hasn't. Like, there's still parts of her because I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
she
yeah, yeah. Like when even after all the help Theo and them was giving Padina, she was like, I forgot what she called them. It was
half breeds,
flagrant, bro. No, no,
half bred.
she said something before that. Yeah, revolting half breeds. I was like, revolting? Why would you have to throw that word in there, bro? Like half breeds alone is OC. And then she said, curse these revolting half breeds who sit by me. I was like, ma'am, like,
The
can we relax? They're the only ones on your side. Like, these are her allies, bro. And that's how she calling them. So yeah, it's like it's not like she just turned a new leaf. She's like the chat girl now or something. Like nice and nah,
she's
nah, nah, nah,
still
nah,
trying to
nah.
work it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She like her main goal is just to improve herself. I mean, improve her like to make a name for herself. She ain't really trying to be Mrs. Nice. She ain't care about all that. She's out here trying to get her grades up and all that. So hey, again,
Yeah,
like you mentioned, it's good that it wasn't some immediate switch. She knows a brand new character that we can't even recognize no more. It's like nah.
yeah. I think like they talk about meeting halfway. I mean, I don't think
Half
Medina has
step.
met them halfway. I think it was like
No, no,
maybe
just take a half step back or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Halfway is actually asking for a lot. But yeah, Hadina definitely didn't take no half
I
step
think
back.
that's yeah. I think it's a journey, but I think it'd be interesting if she joins the liaison's office, which is the office where your wife goes, where they go around the
Exploring. Yeah, she independent. So it's what it is. And she out
they
here.
go yeah, they go around to different places and collect books and like do a bunch of stuff like that, like where we seen the first the one where Theo goes where they go to Theo's village. I think that'd be interesting for her.
Okay. We should be good. We should be good. We should be good. Okay, yeah. So you say you want her to join the license office since that'll be
Going around the world interacting with other people, jinns and different fates and like all these different things that she hasn't even been really exposed to. She has as the Kafana and like in the as I forgot the name of the city they're at, the huge city, but it's different being exposed to something where it's like just it's a multicultural thing versus going to a country or like a city where it's one race and it's or like a certain race and they're not. There's so much like you can't there's no
Pick and
Huron to
choose,
go there.
like which group you want to hang out with.
Yeah, you can't change that. Like it'd be interesting and see if she could go through something like that. But yeah,
Seeing these pages, the more I really want to make this Medina video. Damn.
gotta wait one volume to hope she gets to that thing. That no, you can't wait no.
No, no, we
Uh,
good. The Medina arc is over.
that
As soon as she got the clap, we good. We good. We reached the perfect like checkpoint of our character. Oh yeah, to speak on Auntie Sedona, gender neutral Auntie Sedona, bro. So
Sedona, the Sedona, yeah,
yeah,
hey, man, they are. Oh man, I can't. They're the biggest enigma. Well, they're one of the biggest enigmas in the story. Enough how they.
yeah. The book she gave Theo, like the Vacilador, the steward of the license office. He's making it sound like she gave that gave freaking Theo the most dangerous item in the world. But this, bro, Theo got that book. You know what's gonna happen to him? I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I mean, we all knew the book was crazy important, but dang, I'm
Yeah,
so curious. Like the lore behind that book gonna be gas. And someone said, Mister One Arm Red Hair giving the little Dollar Tree hat to Rubber Boy was more impactful than Auntie
and
Sedona dropping knowledge on our son Theo,
that's
bro. That's crazy.
and one of them. Hey man, just one of them more impactful, and
Yeah.
it's certainly not that fake rubber, fake straw hat, man. It's fake straw based hat. It's really not that one because that's
So you said the book. There
the book.
are they searching for it? Are they not? Secretly alone might be a clever man. Either way, they're still unaware the book is in young Theo's possession, or else Master Toga, you're right. Oh yeah, that's probably why the spy was after Theo, right?
Yes. Yeah. Or there might be. I don't know. Despite like there's a huge amount of things it could be.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Because it's just they mention, people like stalking Theo, and then like the next Theo scene when someone's stalking him, and I was like, whoa, why are you here?
Trader, trader,
Yeah,
trader in
Medina
the
arc.
class is certain mangaka with the four letters in their thing come outside.
All right, bro. Guess it's my imagination. No, bro, look up. But where's your Spidey sense, bro?
His Spidey says, "Does it count?" Who could it be though? Am I just Olga? Instead, that'd be crazy. That
Dude, it kidnapped, bro. I will cry. I'm not gonna hold you. Olga, no. You were the home girl. Come
you
on.
you told them I don't know how to do. I don't know what it is. Dance, man. Like, what are we doing?
Oh my goodness. My whole life has been pain and torture. Yeah, you're nice to me, Theo, but that's not enough. I
I'm
need true
tired.
liberation. It's like, no, God, no.
Uh, yeah. Uh, uh, Sedona's an interesting character because there's a huge belief in they have in fate and destiny and how important that is to them. They they try to I think in chapter 19 when they meet again fell to the wrong hands to rip the society apart. I wonder if it has something to do with the true reason behind the mag, because like the lore about how the mags defeated the different
Oh,
accidents,
yeah, that could fuck up the world. If
like
if, if, if there's like actually some secret information that like that like the truth behind it was actually not that true, because the whole world follows the will of the Magus because of just what the Magus did for the world, save the fucking world. Why won't you follow that person, bro?
Yeah, like all the different Maguses, right? Like obviously the Magus of the library, the Magus of the rock the people, Magus of the thing. But she's the only one that knows about it besides this thing, and this can destroy this. Like the
Yeah,
whole
the
the.
and the balance and stuff.
I wonder that. Imagine that's what leads to the like that
Ooh, the war.
war.
Yeah, that might be shit.
I can't wait, man. I feel like this is a manga that's gonna talk about gonna talk politics and like all the financial like things of war in such a great way.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. Uh, Someone wants to talk about Tifa, Mr. Prince de Teach. So since you got your eyes on Tifa, just speak on her a little bit.
Yeah, man. People are just such a supportive sister and such a she's the
That's
silence of
facts.
she's like the fact that she just opens up and the first thing we really learn about it, she's like working two different jobs
Yeah.
despite not being able to read or write.
Yep.
Her she saved the like Theo. It's like it was mentioned in this one that he had the mark of the Druid, something that like I think
Yeah.
even uh, maybe she doesn't know about it and that's why she saved him. But I like to believe she did. But she still saved a baby that was just lying there for no reason. And I don't think Tifa is that much older than Theo. Like he might have been like she might have been like 10 or something when she saved him, and she was an orphan as well. So it's like, but she worked so hard to get there, man. And she's the rock that supports the Theo through everything.
Yeah.
Man, she needed.
Absolutely. The fact. Oh, my wife. All right. The fact that uh yeah, like you said, work two jobs, can read or write, and then she had that one. I don't know if that happened, like the talk they had when Theo was asking, why she's so nice to him and stuff like that, and then she was talking about how, like, she knows just how difficult the world is when you can't read or write. And she's just like, bro, like my opportunities is so low, yada yada, and then um, she wants Theo to have way more than she ever did. So like that's why she's buying him the books and yada yada yada. And I'm just looking back and like just an angel, pure hearted. She had no there's no obligation for her to do what she does for Theo, and she sacrificed just so much for him. And yeah, like you said, she is definitely his raw because like even when he was getting fully, like he wasn't really tripping too much till they try to like hurt the books that like Tifa worked hard to get him. Then he's like, oh well, this is like the one thing you can't like hurt. I meant Sedona, bruh. You did not meant to talk about Sedona, bruh. Yeah, we're talking about Sedona. Don't miss that. Hey, Sedona's not Tifa, bro. And Tifa's not Sedona.
That's not close.
Yeah, not close, bro.
No, but
yeah. Now, finish Tifa. Tifa deserves the little praise, but yeah.
man.
And also one of my favorite pages of all time.
Man, I know the page.
Yeah. The speechless.
I know.
Bro, what volume is it, man?
Volume 3, chapter 14.
What chapter 14?
Yeah. See.
Oh
Which
yeah.
Last page.
Look at Tifa. You take whatever path you want to take, as long as I know you're smiling, wherever you are. That's enough for me. Tifa is so beautiful. Liz, you don't deserve Tifa, but I'm sorry.
What do you mean I don't deserve Tifa, man? You don't deserve uniform.
The fact that you're able to study something special, cherish it. I never learned that. No, Tifa was really dropping bars on my boy.
Yo.
I just want to walk beside you. Why do I have to go to school? I don't have to study to find nah, she really. Oh, nah, hold up. We gonna preach about my queen today, bro.
Yo, wait. Before go to page 1 of the chapter 14.
Oh, come on, bro.
Look how young she was. She's like.
Tifa's amazing, bro. Wow. Nah, Theo. When we get rich, Tifa gonna have the 10-story, 10-story mansion, Benihana every day. You know,
She not
she gonna live that good life, bro. Don't even trip.
she not yeah, she's not taking a next step. Like she's not doing it, man.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
she better not
Ten
work at all.
maids, like nah. But wait, where was the? Yeah. Oh nah, Magus got art. Magus got art. I love Magus art.
I guess that's
Yeah,
some of the best horror I've
yeah,
ever.
yeah. I love it. Oh, and the thief was the reason why we got this panel.
Oh yeah, because on that day, ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yes sir. Yeah, now let me get my double spread. Oh yeah,
uh
the village girl. Oh, I didn't include her in the heart. No, no, I did, I did.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, we can forget you.
She's the OG. She
Yeah,
she
the
she,
OG love. Yeah, the first love.
she knew about Theo
Ah,
before he
yeah,
would.
yeah. Hey Tifa, yes. Tifa, it's all right. Tifa, I'm right here. Tifa, I know. Tifa, yes, Theo. Tifa, everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna make you pause the captain. I know you will. Ah, nah, I'm sorry, bro. You don't deserve Tifa, bro. Alright.
What do you mean, man? I need that. I need that.
She's perfect, bro. She's perfect.
Yes.
Alright. Back to Sedona. We were actually talking about Sedona for a good bit, but it wasn't much, so he could just like redo. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you mentioned she was like the biggest enigma in the series. You don't really know what she truly wants, but it's fair to say she's contender for strongest character in the series, right?
Maybe contender for strongest Kafna because we haven't
Yeah.
talked
You're right. You're right.
about
You're right. Yeah. Strongest Kafna. Since they
she's in the top
said
12.
someone
Yeah.
implied that she might actually be the one that the rules the Kafna world because
Yeah.
of her like sage position of that like the strongest sage or whatever sage of the wind
Yes.
stuff like that. Oh, okay.
Kafna of the wind. Yeah. Yeah. Sage of uh her is so she's so no they're so interesting. She they I don't know she's this Sedona. Sedona's interesting.
Just pick one. It's we all know gender neutral, so we.
Yeah, I was just Sedona is so. I think it's interesting because I don't even know if she's gonna be the one that ends up being the main antagonist
What
because
new guy?
because
Oh, it's his guy. Yeah, because
honestly,
like you said new guy. I know it's probably this guy. Honestly, he's training Tifa. I mean, now you got me calling Sedona Tifa. She's training Sedona, so he needs to know his stuff. I feel like he's one of those senseis that like on the field might not be like extremely strong, but like he's experienced enough to like he knows what he's doing. You know, like he's cause like he's also the wait
tutor
steward
the
of the yeah, cause
liaison
like
office.
the way he's talking about mana and stuff like that, like he gotta know it himself. You know, there's no way he'll be caught lacking easy. I
I
think he's a
mean,
fighter. He gives out that vibe. He does. I just don't want to power scale him against like Sedona or something because it's like we
Ma-
know nothing about him. And Sedona should be the strongest, but like
Magus.
even those people, um,
I I
they
don't.
also got like teachers that might not necessarily be as strong as them.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think he has to be strong because he's
Yeah.
head of the liaison's office, which I've said is like the office where you go to the different people. So that's
Ooh,
you need
yeah,
to be
exactly. You can't be getting caught lacking when you know you go into
in the
these different
fields.
towns and stuff. Yeah, because like
Yeah,
people gonna rob your books, bro. Those are some ancient, 10,000 years ago books, bro. People gonna rob your ass. You gotta be strong, and
and
he's the
he
head, so yeah, that makes sense.
and he's the candidate for the general representative, aka the Magus of the library.
Word,
He's
that's what it meant. Yeah, because I'm like
yeah,
general represent. Like I was like, do you mean like the leader of
eh,
the
nah,
liaison office? But yeah, but he's already the steward, so that's what it is.
it's
Wow,
it's
general
the old lady we seen is her. It's what she represents as. It's what she's supposed to be. And
who?
like
The old
the
lady?
go to yes the current Magus the
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
when,
The old
volume
lady, right?
the old lady that's white skinned, red eyes is the one Theo meets when he's wandering the town, and she
Yeah, yeah,
saves
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. The super wrinkles. Yeah, yeah, no, hey.
Yeah, so
That's the no. That's the general representative
representative.
right now. Yeah, because like she's gonna retire, bro. I don't think she's gonna live long enough for Cynthia to take over, bro. Bruh, she's a little too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We know that Cynthia's gonna be. That's also
But
why
should the
I
world still be at in one piece? That's the question.
man.
Yeah. So new guy. Yeah, for sure a fighter.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Kamako, if you pay, yeah, so she's called the general representative. So like if he's a general
So
representative, you have to be strong, right? Because you ain't strong, you ain't thing. They're not gonna
just
care about you.
no, no. Under chair. All right. Hey, we
Uh,
back. We back.
yes. I did want to say quickly that I think s- the page 21. Let's go. I Because this series I feel like subverts expectations a lot. Cynthia will become
For chapter 28.
no, just for a Sedona thing, right? Because we learned in volume 4 that volume 4 at the end of volume 4 where Sedona and Theo meet, that ends with the one the insane thing where it says one of them will be champion of the world, the other one will tear it. Will be the darkness that tears it to asunder. Like
Yeah.
the
And then it's a what if it's Theo that becomes the darkness. I was like, oh,
because it shows
I don't know.
Sedona, but it might be Theo. But I don't think it's in the standard. Oh, he turns evil type B. But I think it might be first of all the person he carries, the
The book.
book and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because and it might not even be Theo's doing. It might because from Sedona, it seems like he's the kind of person that care. Well, they're the kind of person that cares about like stories, fate stories, and being
To
the
being
hero and stuff
adventurous.
like that.
Oh yeah.
The hero stuff like that. So maybe he wants to be the next hero of the thing.
Who's
Because
Sedona? Oh
yeah,
yeah, I forgot she had that gag. It's been a while. It's been a while, so I forgot. Yeah.
like one of the examples of subverting I can have is end of volume 5 where she's Cynthia for the first time. And throughout the whole book, I think before you met Cynthia, I think everybody would have thought that Theo would have been the
A hundred
next
percent.
Magus.
100%. Literally, they
Because
were just like, yeah, y'all thought Theo was like the MC. Nah, it's Cynthia. I mean, Theo's obviously the MC, but they're like, yeah, Theo, like, Theo just helps the real MC, bro. Cynthia's the one with the super mana, not Theo. It's all Cynthia. I was like,
because
yo,
so I see that my theory about Theo being the bad guy goes away because thing about it's crack theory. It was a crazy theory, but
nah,
because like
he
you
could crack it and then help unite the generation. Yeah, he could do both.
maybe he's the big bad they all unite against, but
The Lelouch, bro, that's so ugly.
because you see that you see in like volume 3 with I said the general representative, and she's talking about like I haven't seen the face like that like you I want like like they're gassing him up being like yeah you're like yeah he's gonna be the next
Yeah,
person.
exactly. He'll be the one. He'll be the one. It's Cynthia, but
Yeah,
he does help her. So that's nice.
thus went their fateful counter. The girl meant to become the Magus the library, and the boy who would help her unite a generation. Let's go. Real
Off
teamwork.
topic, but do y'all think the combat in the series? Do y'all think the combat in the series is gonna be fire or is it gonna be mad basic? I think that off
Yeah,
the visuals alone, it has to be fire. Like you could make uh you can make arguments for choreography and stuff like that. I mean, we have to see it to believe it, but we have already seen some of the craziest like flashy moves already. Like how mana stuff is just used. Like there's no way we won't see some good like panels or some good like flashy just like crazy shit going on. Like I want to pull up like when Theo went out of town and then he met that person that had that light magic that like could cut um like he,
Yes.
he used it to cut like those things and then like the light like refracted in the like it was crazy because like he turned invisible using like the light refractions. It was like the way it was drawn was so wild, bro. I
Page
remember.
chapter 10.
No way you know it. See, this is why Liz the hype leader, bro. Like he just knows his shit. All right, hold up. This is one of my favorite moments in the entire series, bro. It was so cool.
Page 40, 39, 30. It's 41 is when he appears, but you know. Page 39 was when it starts.
Yeah, and then cause like yeah, the Magus uses light mana. He must be using spell seals to manipulate the way light refracts. That's how he keeps himself hidden from view. And then and then they show him like he actually, and then we actually see him. And then when we look at the top left, y'all can actually see the lines. Check the lines there. That because the light he's refracting, he said, "Oops, my angles are slightly off," and then we actually see the angles of the light that he's refracting right here, and I'm just like, dog, that and this is just them turning invisible. Like I was like, yeah, like the fact that we're seeing this just for them to flex stuff like that, I was like, yeah, we're in good hands. We're in good hands. Because
Yeah,
Witch Hat gave me some hope for these type of series. Witch Hat, yeah, because like I mean, Witch Hat was more. It's easier to do combat there since like you just have to close the circle and then boom. But like we need more info on just how. I think it's easier. It might be easier to throw. I mean, to use mana in this series since it's not. You don't need like to draw. You know, you could just kind of use it. But the bad thing is that we don't have a lot of characters that can do it. I mean, I think most Catholic can use mana, right? I don't
I
know if
think
that's
yeah,
you said
it is
what?
a course that there's. I think there's definitely a course on learning about my mana. I don't think everybody has to know it. I don't think you have to be proficient, but you have to at least know some about
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And also with Sedona, we got some stuff like back with like the fire and stuff like that.
Ooh,
Sedona was also doing some cool stuff
the wind
with the
bird.
wind magic, yeah. And then the witch stuff, and then even in like the chapter like when Theo went to the town when the person was trying to when they were trying to like
The
arrest
yeah spirit. Yeah, the
no
spirit.
steal something like it was some bad guy like Theo was
Well, there was a spirit caught out of the
yeah
book.
and then like they were also doing some flashy stuff too that was pretty cool. Was that also chapter 10?
No, that's chapter 13. uh, I honestly, it's kind. I mean, I'm not saying this is the first one, but I really can't think about it. But it was interesting that Theo has a special mark where it boosts his water mana, and then like on chapter 13, they even
Okay.
talk about how Theo being sick. Since Theo's 6 parts, like there's the body has like 70% water, something like that. He can do a lot of
70% water.
yeah, like since there's a lot of water, his power boosts up because he has water in his body, so he
Oh
can stack.
snap! Nah, we got hope. Oh, hold up. Y'all weren't hit. I mean, Liz was, but casting the art using spell seals to enhance and precisely manipulate properties of mana. The mana of Silent Theo was out of the water. Yeah, see, we in good hands, bro. There's no way they're gonna draw all this just to make some trash fights. Like, nah. We
Listen,
good.
yeah,
We
she's
good.
gonna be detailed at the very least because
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
she's
saying. Like, it's gonna be flashy. It gotta be because the spells we're seeing that's not even combat spells are already flashy, and we're still getting, these like spells too, tightening right through
and
them and all this.
Theo's gotta be like a partial hand to hand. You can't make him this strong without him, like
Yeah,
punching a little bit.
Yeah, and then
But
they also got good like creatures and stuff that they keep like creating
spirits,
plants and spirits. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Firebird in the first chapter.
Ah, it's adorable. Yeah, I forgot about the firebird. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Hey, shout out Magus, bro. Why wasn't I a believer? I was just a hater, bro. Maybe it's because you like the Liz. It's my fault.
Hey man, you were just jealous at Eve. I understand.
Yeah, you're right.
I
People do
think listen, like the mangaka is like on her Twitter dropping paragraphs about the backstories, like the history of the world. I think she'll definitely put in a lot of effort into the war and like I just interested to see how different cultures it like go through with mana and like how they interact with it, how they what's that word called? Like how they go towards it. I don't know. I can't remember the exact word. Like how they interact or like how they go towards manga
because
and like
I know mana's slowly declining since people moved into cities and stuff instead of
yeah,
staying
they go
in nature. But
good old country boys,
yes,
good old
sir.
country boy Theo.
And then yeah, so after the Sedona stuff and the spy, we're pretty much left with the Sophie chapter. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the Sophie chapters, but it's fine. It's not
It's
like
kind of
I hate them. The main one is like her being you said the book was the one that Theo like, right? The fake One Piece.
the better One Piece.
The guy goes on the pirate adventure. I was like, bro, come on.
Shit, man. That's off topic, but I'm kind of hoping we get more adventure in this manga because I want to see the world. I want them
Yeah.
to do that. Also, I'm surprised you skipped over your wife talking and stuff like
Nah,
that.
nah.
But
I'm a pretty jealous guy. So she just my eyes only. Y'all don't gotta. Say y'all don't gotta peep nothing, bro. That boy knowledge on point. I'm trying to get like him. Oh, they talk about Liz. Hey, I get Toki's are hard, bro. That's how you be like him.
hey,
Drop my
man,
boy a follow, bro. He
the
out here.
mangaka checks in with me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, sir. Did you see? Um, what about hers older? Yeah, put into the chat to see what can I possibly talk about.
Wait, before you talk about that, who do you think the traitor is? Just give a random. Like, who do you think it would be?
Assuming that it's from the class, right?
Yes, assuming it's from the class. I don't think it's gonna be Tifa. I don't think.
You know what? That was a pretty dumb question. You right, bro. I'm dropping the series if it's Tifa. Tifa snuck in.
Yeah, no. Why don't she do that?
That's the dumb. That's how you lose all your writing points, bro.
See,
It's
I
funny that
was.
it's not gonna be Medina. Like it's so funny that like someone I used to hate so much. I know it's not her. She's innocent.
It might be. See, I was joking about Olga, but it has to be somebody athletic. You can't just jump up
I'm
there. Like it,
saying. I'm
she's holding
saying.
that spot. Like it's let's be real. Half the cast now they are not that athletic. Like they're kids. They're book nerds, man. They're not. They're not gonna be a really thing. Might be
Put him in
Kana
Elf,
her.
bro.
Alpha would be.
Somebody kills me.
That's too big. Alpha would have been like half the size.
Oh, you right. You right. You right. Yeah, it might be Cat Girl, man.
Might be
Dang.
Kana. Like I'm just thinking of the athletic characters. That's a lot. It's just my imagination, man.
Who is the traitor? The kicks look normal. Same head wrap as always. Okay. Skin isn't. Her skin's on the fairer side, so it's not Alf. Probably not Nautica. Maybe it's because the shadow. Like it can be. They obviously they're gonna block out the hair and facial features. I almost thought that was a braid. I was like, oh, clue. Nah, from the skin tone. Like I see the ankle, so it's on the fairer side. So that already cuts off a decent amount of people. So it can't be like Nautica or Mihona or Alv. But it
Yeah,
is my stepson, bro. Like Alvin Theo's roommate.
Alvin Theo's roommate. Sumo. Yeah.
I'll cry, bro.
Nah, I think he's too scared, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're
Your stepson would get his ass.
right.
He'd kill him. I think he could risk that. Uh,
Girl, break my heart. I'm not gonna hold you. Please don't be you. Yeah, you're gonna see. You're gonna need more clues. But yeah, trader fun. Now that's crazy. Not traders in the calf now. Calf now already. We already struggling out here to get more people, man.
oh man, it's like, and it's kind of crazy because like there's like 7 different factions it could be. Because it could be Sedona. I mean, it's not Sedona obviously, but it could be like all the other different races. But there's also these bad guys in the mask that want Theo. It's like, what's going on?
And then the fake brim hats. The that said witch that had the brim hat. The one that turned the pony, or the like that pet that follows Theo around. That you
The
said about the
Yura.
girl. Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely a girl.
yeah.
Maybe. Definitely.
How you
Nah,
say
I think it's a
definitely and then
girl.
maybe, bro.
Nah, it's definitely a girl. That I seen that pattern, man. It's like the way
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
it's in love.
and you could get more sales if it's a girl. So
Listen, I need the witch in the flashback, man. She had the man. I need
yeah,
that.
hey, we gonna keep it PG, but I hear you, bro.
She is.
She was looking. I was like, okay.
She was it, man. She
What
is
spells you
it.
casting? Hey, it put me
Chat.
on.
Someone needs to be punished. I man.
You wildin'. I
That's
know
what
it's
she
past
said.
midnight, bro. Oh,
That's what she said.
that's how she moving. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
you gotta mentally
Cool.
prepare.
Cool, cool. That's not me. That's not me.
That's how you. Okay. See,
Oh man.
so yeah, so the Sophie character, wrote the fake One Piece. Of course, she was say she wrote One Piece, bro. Of course. Or so the cornerstone of modern literature. Like you got it, bro. She drew a town of all eye doctors and then made Theo gas it up. You're so shameless. You're so shameless.
Like, yo, what if it's
Theo
the
said, "Whoa, this
esoteric
gas." It's like, what are you talking about? No, it's not gas.
Hey, yo, it's one of those manga where you have to read it for you understand how good it is.
You don't get it, bro. Read the dialogue first. I swear, them eye doctors gas. It's like, bro, stop.
The premise doesn't make it. The premise is bad, but that's why you have to tell them to read it.
The premise gatekeeping me from gas, bro. Dang.
Yeah,
Master Heliad. What if
master.
it's Sophie?
What?
Like, she's a spy.
Mm, It might be. I mean, the whole
No,
chapter.
because her braids stick out too much.
She's also clumsy. I can't see she's clumsy. She might be clumsy, but it might be her acting.
Like she be acting, but like we see how she looks with like normally, and her braids are too long. Like
Yeah.
her braids are too long.
But I think this chapter is really supposed to be like it's supposed to be a chapter where you think that she's the traitor because it goes to her and it's like she's hiding some big secret. What could it be?
Exactly. And then the secret
Yeah,
is
like
that she's a traitor, but it's Loki an even bigger secret because we still don't know what the traitor wants. If the traitor wants something pretty simple, then it's not that big of a deal. But her being Master Iliad is an extremely huge deal, like very huge deal. So it could be like, oh, like the secret that he thought, yeah, like the secret that she's a traitor, but the actual secret is way bigger. But at least it's not like a bad thing.
Kodak, Warwick, or Iliad. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Master Iliad.
Oh yeah, and then they said why is she respected so much when it comes to like that one teacher she respects her? It's because she's Master Ilya. Actually, I don't know. Why I'm assuming that that teacher knew. Actually, didn't they grow up together?
No, I think that she knows. She
Yeah,
definitely knows.
yeah, she definitely knows. All right, good, good.
Like, there's no other reason she.
Yeah, right.
Master Iliad. It's kind of interesting because we know in the end of this, like, the whole it's kind of like a meta thing where this whole story is the Magus of the Library is based off Kafana of the Wind, which is written by Sophie Schwim.
Yeah.
So it's like a different layer thing, which the Kafana of the Wind. See, I have a whole theory about that, where it's like it's called Kafana of the Wind. And what do you think Kafana of the Wind? Who do you think about?
Sedona, Auntie Sedona.
Yeah, Sedona. So like, why is it called Kafana of the Wind? Especially what since it's the like since the chapter like this the start of the book series it literally says this is dedicated to my champion. Like there might be Sedona, it might be somebody else, might not be Sedona, might be thing, but
Sedona was in the end. Oh no.
Sedona is the good guy.
Uh-oh.
Whatever, just like making this all up, Sedona doesn't become the good, but like Sedona not doesn't become a bad guy. That'd be. I don't think that's a good thing. But
I mean, no matter what path Sedona goes, that's Auntie, bro. Still goes.
if I'm interested in Taito Hamada. Like you'll see if in the like it says in every volume cover. It says based on Coffin of the Wind by Sophie Schwim, translated by Taito Hamada.
Okay, so who's writing the manga?
The story, Mitsu Izumi, like what do you mean in real life or like in the story?
Real life.
Mitsu Izumi.
Okay.
Mitsu Izumi.
And then the translated that's for Kodansha or
No, that's all under the Sophie Schwim. Like says based off Sophie Captain of the Wind by Sophie Schwim. And I'm assuming that story, the TikTok story, that was translated by a character in the series itself called Taito Hamada.
Wait, so Taito Hamada translated Captain of the Wind?
Yes.
Okay.
Like it's like an in story thing, right? Like you'll have a story and then like somebody else translates it into different languages.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like, you just go to volume cover, you'll see underneath I think they're connected.
Yeah, I was on the volume cover. So Mitsu Izumi is
It's actually
mangaka. Okay. Yeah, because I was reading Sophie as the mangaka. Oh, my fault. Do you guys have a prediction on what Captain Theo is gonna be?
We can if
no, go ahead.
oh yeah, I just wanted to go to page 17. I know chapter 7. You'll see all the different Kafuna's things.
See, ladies, I'm so glad you're here. Appreciate you. Okay, let me bookmark this because I'm gonna need it for the video.
Yeah, page 7, 12 offices, general affairs, judicial, catalog, and personnel.
Lyson is obviously one of the bigger contenders since that's how he met. Like he loves to travel himself, and that's how he met Sedona and stuff like that. I feel like that's the easy answer.
That's gonna be my answer mainly because Sedona boss like the whole volume 2 was just him like traveling and interacting with other people.
And his the fake One Piece, right? Like his character was traveling around collecting books and seeing everything. So
bro, that's a fake One Piece, man. It's fake. It's true
what's it
piece.
called, bro?
It's true piece, man. It's true piece. It's not fake piece.
Yeah. So Lyson Office is the biggest one, like the biggest contender.
Protections as well. That's what Sedona's in.
Sedona's in Protections?
Yes, she's in Protections.
I thought she's in Lyson.
No,
Protection is the one that he recovers the books.
No, liaisons are the ones that go into the different places and like takes the books and the things like that. Protections is
I'm
like
thinking of restorations. Okay, what's Protections?
I think they just protect the text, like they protect.
Like security?
Yeah, so like it's like you know the lightning per light person. I think he was protections as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I think he's
Out of
protections
them
office.
wanted guidance. See, I wish I knew. Oh yeah, Theo did not know what to pick, and then when Theo was like, he wasn't be Sedona again, so Sedona could just give him the answer, and then his imagination was Sedona like, Theo, we need you in the protections office. I was like, bro, Theo is so funny, bro.
Managing budgets. See, I think guidance. I think they all like guidance because it's like the easiest to get connections to the first and like the newest books and stuff like that. Like you get a first
Oh,
choice of books, and they're all like book nerds. So they're like, "Yo, the new Stormlight, we get that first."
Broken Halves, New Storm Light, we in there. Yes. Oh hell no, Treasury is hell. Fuck no.
Treasury is that's stress right
Yeah,
there.
that is stress. We peeped the wrinkles firsthand, bro. Miss Rival was not looking good. Personnel office restorations. I mean, the people in restoration they're very dedicated, but I can't just be fixing broken books, bro. I'm sorry. Pages torn. Welp. Welp. I'm good, bro. Juvenile office. I wish they kind of explained all of them. I'll look into it.
Yeah, I think it's. I think page 16 also does good about the
You said
uh
16.
chapter 6. Well, chapter 16. I'm pretty sure they actually go into. It might be Mana where they talk about uh. The this.
Whoa. Why am I seeing people cheeked out? Relax. I re- Now I'm going back to these panels. I'm seeing Padina pray. It hit kind of different. Now
There's
that
all.
I know the symbolism behind all that.
Oh man.
Now we
Yeah.
turn to the north. Wait, what's the Gucci
Mm,
headrest name again?
Miona, the dumbass.
Yeah, Miona.
Miona.
Bro, she's smarter than Theo, bro. We
No, but
gotta. Oh,
she's
okay, no,
kind
no,
of
no. Okay, not low IQ, dumbass. This socially not too quick.
she's a
Oh
klutz,
my.
man.
Yeah, clutch.
That's
That's right. Nautica, her that Rihanna big forehead. Ooh, okay.
yeah. Naruto is so
Such
funny,
my
man.
daughter. Yeah, I like
She's
Nautica.
so
I thought I would hate her, but I actually didn't hate her. I I,
well.
I did at first, but as soon as I noticed how talented she was, I said, "Oof, never mind. I see why you're a bit cocky, but she was
Yeah, I
good."
mean, Madonna. I mean, Madonna. Naruto is interesting because she represents like how you can be bigoted even though you go through bigotry yourself because she's she interacts with or she's like the sexism and how that impacts her, but she also turns around and is bigoted towards Theo because she says you got an easier test, because you thought Theo had an easier test because it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, cause like he was actually supposed to get an easier. So that's why I like how she came back. I was just like, yo, I made a mistake. Like you actually signed up with as a Iron, I think.
Huron, yeah, Huron.
Yeah, Huron. Who was everyone's top three? Now you go, bro.
Well, okay, you know,
Theo. So who's the other two?
I
No, okay, yeah, you definitely talk about Aya too much.
what do you mean too much? It's not enough.
Not enough.
Ah man, there's so many good ones.
There's
This
so
Theo.
many. There's so many, bro. I knew Theo was like the main staple. I was like, we got two more options. That's tough.
Theo, Aya, like the cast is so like she's such a great mangaka at like writing a cast that's I don't know, they're like so great. Like, it's hard to choose. I know Theo's one, Aya, Shout out. If I had to give things, Gan, I think it needs to be shout out, which is
Teacher, right?
the Gan and his teacher. They don't have on here for some
They don't know.
reason.
And Rafter girl. There's a lot of Rafter girls, but I know you're talking about Miss
Rakta,
Aya.
Messiah,
Yeah,
her
Dio said don't know Aya. Okay, that's respectable. I like all three.
yeah. Sedona, yeah, like they're gonna be insane in the future. The playoffs gonna be insane, but man, I just love Master Ganon.
I respect that. So mine's Dio. Um, mm, yeah, that's hard. Uh,
Just like yeah,
what's
I just
Sedona?
go
Dio Sedona.
Sedona,
Sedona's easy.
Medina.
That's a Sedona. Medina's
So
cool, but she's not. I refuse top three. I respect it
yeah,
though.
hey man, I
Um, probably the professor. Honestly, Sedona, Theo, and then the professor.
oh the
Not in that
professor,
order.
yeah.
Not in that order specifically, but
I think Theo is just told me when I have a number one.
yeah,
But besides,
yeah, I respect that.
like, yeah, I was just going back to like his speech and like again, like he's talking about that's a job for he's like roasting Theo wanting to be a calf and all, but he's like if you hear people jeering, you can take it as a sign you're starting something big. If you ask me,
Yeah,
adventure ain't great enough unless somebody out there is laughing at you. Like, let's go. Man
yes,
said
sir.
if they ain't laughing, they ain't big enough. What do you
So
gotta do?
you need haters, man.
Like,
Powerful smile.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Or yeah.
I love these volume covers. I mean these pages at the end where
Well,
the class had like their own like coats. I'm trying to say that they're friends, but like they're under like an umbrella, whether they're roommates or they're like similar personalities or something like that, and then she'll just kind of go over the cast, and then this is the Padina squad, even though they're not really a squad, but
do you think
like
they're just friends? Well,
culture, like she was like daughter of the business migrate, intensities from bigger refuses to mince words, experimental or arithmetic, able to multiply any pair of 5-digit numbers. That is fucking insane. And the Nautica, yes sir.
a
Then
2-year-old with
very lustrous forehead, oh brother.
yeah, first thing, man, nothing but her skill, just forehead.
Iconic warrior, often her repeating phase just to be safe. Second at the Aya. It's crazy because she should be first. But you know, it is what it is. It's what it is. We not gonna
That's
talk about that. We not gonna talk
my
about that. We not gonna
goal,
talk about that.
Aya.
I
Let's
said we not gonna talk about
go.
that. We not gonna talk
And
about that.
she's better. Hey, man.
We
Some
not gonna talk
people
about that.
can.
We
Some
not gonna
people are
talk
just
about that.
better. Oh, Elf.
We not gonna talk about that. We not gonna talk
I feel I'm not I only love Elf like for only volume two when he was like in the saving like them during the they saved the Europe pet, but like when they saved Theo's pet, but like he's cooking like
yeah.
he's he's
Alpha
gonna
gonna be
be
big, bro. We
because
don't know.
he's top three smartest by the way, like he is up there, he is a genius. Man, I can't wait. I feel like this guy's gonna be insane. The way that
He
it's
gonna have so
start.
many S tier characters, bro. I can't wait. See, it's actually I picked
First
Sedona to
Magus
be
tier list.
safe, but it's Theo and Professor are definitely my top three right now.
Theo and IR for sure. The don't see both professors are so great in like different ways. Cause I mean, yeah, so the professor there, like Ganon was talking in like the life perspective of like he understands him. He's also like in a kind of a way of like, oh, I'm also a country boy, I'm a countryman.
Yeah.
So like he understands him in a different perspective, but neither professor understands like I don't think she understands 100% what he's going through, but what Theo went through, but she gave such great knowledge, man. Great teachers are always
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
W's.
Not the hand of justice. Looking at.
Oh, yo, come that speech is so fire, man.
Yeah,
We suck.
this is great.
We're not justice. We're just here to protect tax. We're not here to do anything else. It's kind of makes sense in a political way because like you can't force yourself to be out there. You have to be neutral, and as a library, you can't be non-neutral. Um,
Maybe Medina is gonna take my 3, bro. Keep thinking about it.
hey
No,
man,
no, no,
Gucci.
no, no.
Nah, it's Sedona, man. Nah, no, Sedona is your 2, right? Or no?
No, 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 I picked her to be safe, but like I feel strongly about Theo and the professor, like the professor that teaches like the class, the captain of class,
Yes, yeah.
Professor White.
It's
But like the
see,
third one's a bit up in the air. I'm leaning towards Sedona.
I'm going Aya, Theo, and
Let's do it.
Gan. Or I'll go Elf actually. I'll change it up. I'll go Elf. I think he's gonna be your favorite of mine. Oh man, she's gonna be next one's gonna go crazy. But yeah, the whole cast is like they said in the chat. The whole cast is likable, and there's like so in depth and interesting about each of them.
I'll put an asterisk behind Medina. Just
Medina's like I'm doing future potential, man. The future potential.
oh, future
She could
potential. Nah, I'm doing right now.
crazy. Yo, like the crazy thing is the cast might be like there's already this cast, but we know in a year from now because the Captain thing is gonna be a year. We're gonna go into
Like like the like the captains that are like high up, like the vets. And
yeah,
like
because
the
Theo's gonna have to join.
Yeah,
Theo's
like
gonna have to join in the group, join the office he wants to join.
yeah. Ooh, nah, this guy's gonna be beautiful, bro. I'm
Get this.
already interested in like the captains we see that just because they like the one that tried to frame Cynthia, like try to like plot against Cynthia. I don't know if it's because they let her go loose or like they planned something. Maybe it was because they released some spirit. I forgot exactly what it was, but I think it was on 24 when she was
Yes.
falling, and then
Yeah.
towards the end, like someone, yeah, we.
But yeah, it's like Sedona interacts with. I think it might have been.
Yeah, it's his guy right here. In 24 towards the end, we're just like, yeah, it's like, oh, you saw right through me. You're like, what's your game, Karen? He's like, huh? The girls fall from the spirit back and the manipulation of the EU. That was you. And it's like, oh, you saw right through me, huh? And then he thought he was being sneaky at the other. Like this is the politics at play. Where like he knew that Cynthia's gonna be the next Magus or a contender, and I think he wanted like his general Chagovich or whatever to be the one.
And it's crazy because the one he was like, trying to do is the former head of the protections office, which is what the Sedona is right now. Sedona is the sage of the protections office, or the head of the, I think. And the former one was I think his master, maybe his master, maybe Sedona's master, and he's plotting something. See, just like internal politics of who's gonna be the
Cynthia Lotte. See, her name was Tay. I just said her last
Cynthia.
name, and you said the first name.
I thought you were just messing up the latter part of it. Cynthia Lotte. That's not their favorite look down. I do like it's a little thing, but I like how Theo's talking in her her language, and she's talking in his language. They're meeting in the middle. That'd be real writing.
Real writing! Wow! Oh
So
my god!
Sophie, take notes.
y'all peep real writing. That's crazy.
Uh,
Dang. Extra points. Extra points. I didn't even peep. Damn. Damn.
Hey, man.
I need to buy some Magus volume. What?
Magus always is so fire, but
Peep.
she's so gonna be such involved with. Sim- oh shit, yo, volume
Alright, let
5.
me stop. So what happened?
Cat, volume 5, Cynthia.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, volume 7 goes crazy. That might be the best volume cover, but like, it's crazy because it just randomly went high quality for no reason. Like, or super volume 4? No, 3,
Yeah,
4,
then it's
4,
it's four.
4, 4. Okay, so yeah, I was kidding.
Yeah, so I'm going Pip Medina. Yeah, I'm sorry. I sold my soul. So,
So, but yo, no,
Theo,
Tifa. What about your wife, man? Like, what's
see, my wife, the number one in my heart. But we talking cats. We
yo?
talking
She's
the people Mitsu Izumi's writing. All right, Mitsu Izumi, keep your thoughts away from my wife. So you know, I'm actually happy they ain't giving too much attention. You know, I
you're
give the
happy.
attention. Yeah, I give the attention. You know, but yeah. So Theo, Professor, and Medina. Unfortunately, that's my thing. But I think Tim Medina arc is over. So next,
When you get the Kana arc or Aya's friends arc, and it's like she's number 1. Crazy.
she's who's arc?
Kana, Aya's friend, the genius, the one that just joined the.
Oh, absolutely. See, I need to pick her, but see, Max got too many good characters. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. If it's top 10, like it's funny because even in like volume 6, it's not enough to me for me to make a top 10 in most series. But Magus, I can make a top 10. Like,
I can make a top 10 easy. Actually, it's gonna be.
nah,
It'd be
because
Theo, Sedona,
I have
Al,
Theo, yeah,
Professor.
Theo, Professor,
No.
Medina, Sedona, Tifa, Alf, Arya.
Miona.
What?
I think Madonna. No, yeah, Medina. You said that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I said Medina. Um, Is that again in there? I see.
Again,
Let me pick another student. Nautica. Oh, Nautica's definitely my top 10. I love Nautica. Mihona. Oh, I would have put Mihona here, but should I? I like her. I mean, she's funny sometimes. She's good
sometime.
vibes. She's good vibes. But that's already 10. Now, let me kick out. Should I kick out my wife? Nah, I can't. That's wifey. See, I have one spot left. Like,
Oh,
I don't want to give it to
Sedona,
Medina. No,
Natica.
I said Sedona. I said Nautica.
Did you say Ganon?
No, I didn't say again.
Olga, man, shout out.
Oh, Olga, of course. How can Olga not be top? See, I'm running out of space. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Magus.
Sumomo, the guy, his friend is scared of Thing. I think he's gonna be funny.
Oh yeah. I mean the scared of
I don't think
women. I mean he cool. He like top 20 for me. Top 15.
potential. Sophie, man, your favorite.
Hell no. She's bottom 3, bro. I'm sorry.
Bottom 3. What do you mean? She can't. You don't like authors, man. You don't like writers.
No, I don't like Sophie, bro. Every time I roll my eyes when she's on my panel, bro.
Why she
I
can't
don't
gas
hate her,
her?
though. I don't hate Sophie, but she's one of
What's that?
them of those that try too hard to be childish, bro. I'm like, act your age, bro. I've hated it.
Maybe she's trying to act like a normal Captain that's a kid, you know. So
That's all I'm
she
seeing,
like,
bro.
doesn't you let the guard down by acting like
Oh, brother. So yeah.
Sophie's
Oh, I didn't
friends.
even say Mildoreen. Oh my, you know, it's Kana, right? What's her name? What's
Kana.
what's her last name?
Uh, Kana something. China. I don't know. It should be
It's
on
a
page 16.
it's a Kana something. It's crazy. Magus of library, the library.
Yeah, get it right.
Raptor. Yeah, Kana Pidoreen. All right, so I always say the last name and use it for his name. Okay, Kana's way better. I didn't say
You
Kana, bro. Kana. Yes, you are definitely my top 10.
Kana, Aya, Al, Dio. Obviously, you have Cynthia. That's already five. You have
Yeah.
Sedona. You have Professor Zeros. You have Ganon.
Say Tifa.
Yeah, Tifa.
That's
Obviously, you
9.
have Natica.
That's 10.
You
You're
have
cooked. You're cooked. You're
Miho.
cooked. You're cooked. You said 10. No more. You're
Sorry.
cooked. You're cooked. No more.
10.5, 10.8.
All
Oh,
right.
God, man.
So
I can't. Yeah, I can't.
So we basically just have this Sophie stuff, and then we went through the volume.
I wonder what that's gonna pertain to. If there's gonna be, like, she's obviously gonna be like an important.
She's a meme, bro. She would never show up in like the important parts of the volume.
Relax. She's gonna be out. She's gonna be out in the background writing what's happening. How she gonna make Catherine of the win if she doesn't?
Oh brother. Oh brother.
Man,
She needs to go do a real job.
she's a multi-selling author. She's the Brandon Sanderson of.
Yeah, she is. I like that.
Your beef with her is so funny. It was so random. She had no.
Nah, cause like like when she showed up first, I thought like cause like Shishi said, "Oh, it's so cool." Sophie's Sophie the mangaka is in their own series. I was like, "Oh, this is a pretty cool idea." And then like, she's such a meme, bro. I was reading it, I'm like, damn, like kind of doing too much. And then 29, especially when I went through the what page was it? Wait. Yeah, like I don't want to be overly serious, but like she just childish, bro. Especially
But is she childish or is she acting childish?
yeah,
That's
no,
the real.
no. Regardless what she doing, I don't like it. I'm looking. I'm like, dog, what the? I was like, bring Medina and the racism back, bro.
What?
I was like, at this point, we might as well, bro.
Hey, man, she has to act like that. That's the only way. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just the front of how she has to act. Cause,
Yeah, because
you imagine she was like acing everything. She has to be pretty smart though. I mean,
no,
she
100%.
because I mean, she probably just humble bragging when she said, "Yo, I just casually took it because I felt like it, because it felt like it as an old, older woman." But hey, man, she is. I don't know. She's obviously on top 20, the top 10, but I'm interested in her. Mastery of the
This like your 14th character. Like top 10 has 10 spots, lose.
No, I'm not even. I'm just talking because we were talking about it. I'm saying she's not. She's
Oh,
not
she's
top 10.
not top 10. Okay. I thought you said she's in my top 10. I was like, you
Relax,
ran out of
relax.
space.
Hey, man, in Magus, this is how it works. Man, the cast is gonna be so dancey.
Oh, I didn't even include the girl that is in she don't discriminate, the daughter of the merchant. Like
Oh,
I like her too. She's top 20 for sure. Probably top 15 actually.
Mihon. I also like Shadow, her Theo's day one girl.
Oh yeah, she was cool.
It
I
was.
really liked. Yeah, she was cool.
She said no. She's like, yo, I'm gonna be the first one to support you.
Be the housewife. I don't care how many homes you have on the side. Make me your legal first wife. I'll be happy. My kids would be the legitimate ones. Everyone else. I'm like, stop, stop.
Yo, when Theo's gonna bring Tifa to the city to make her in the match, he's gonna pull up along with Tifa. Be like, yo, I'm here. What is he gonna do then? Theo is so funny, man. Here, it's not this. His harem skills are better than racism because he got.
You said what?
His harem skills are gonna beat racism. He got Medina on his side. It's just a
Yeah,
matter of
bro. Yeah, it's a matter of time. Cause Padina gonna look back. The only person that was on her side the whole time was Theo.
she's gonna she's gonna remember the clap, the hand
Yeah,
clap,
the
the hat.
claps start. Yeah, that hand clap, man.
She's gonna alter memory so it's just her and Theo in the scene.
No Olga, bro. She's like, and he did defend her against the merchant daughter, bro. You'd be like, he was took my side. He was yet like, nah, bro. Rosy memories, bro. Like, where's this coming, bro?
And man, Theo is like crazy. He sees him. That's what I taught him well. So,
How dare you defile pure Hiron skin? You have breed. Mongrel ones that should be dead.
Mongrels is crazy, man. What are you calling him?
Bro, the words that leave Medina's lips are insane.
What chapter is that? Chapter the latest? Is that
No,
the after?
23. No, it's not after. This is peak racism. Like, it doesn't get worse than this. Like what Padina said on page 20 of chapter 23. Like, this is when it hit its peak. Like the peak of the climax of Medina racist arc.
Here you have made Mongrel the ones who should be dead.
Yeah, like this man got the PTSD flashbacks of the history, bro. I'm like, Medina, bro. How do you make my list? This is crazy.
Yo, I mean, Loki's Sumomo is right. That's the best scene when he's like, "Yo, I don't care what goes inside is your business, but when it comes out of your lips, it becomes mine." It's like,
that
yo,
is his best scene for sure.
Oh man,
where your mom at, bro?
Shit, why?
Hey, I know he's having his big moment, but I'm just trying to get the details. Where your mom at, bro? Hold up. She here?
Said, yeah, she's nah, man. She's so funny. Like, it's kind of just crazy. You had like Medina, like the first thing we see, she just cuts her hands. Like,
oh yeah, she's so wild. What's wrong with her? I can't believe I didn't put a wolf girl. I'm like, bruh, Magus got good character, bruh. Man, I have to sit down and make a proper one.
Boss and Medians. Before you send Medina Hamok, you should know my health and throw yourself before me. You should not know. Should know not that she not knows not. Then plead first pay for forgiveness. That's crazy. Should you know not, then first you may plead forgiveness for ignorance. Then throw yourself before me. Like, well, what do you? What do you...
Jeez, bro. Dropping gems, bro. Racist gems. Like, it don't get better than this.
Yeah, that's funny, but you go to page, if you go to chapter 16, page 6, Mahoney's guy is so funny. She's like, damn, I had this debut and she got a falcon on her shoulder. Like, how am I supposed to beat that?
Did she just cut her own hand to show her blood and she keeps a falcon on her shoulder? That's so unfair. It's just debut. Tell me, what do you see? Blood like any other? Before you stands the. Nah, but you know, bro, I'm sorry, bro. It's just because she was too racist. But now that she had the redemption arc, you know, I could kind of. Don't worry, y'all. She gets better. She gets better. It's not hard to get better when you're at the very bottom, but you know, Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crying because I know Medina's like her. She was crying. She would left the room and she started crying. She started. I don't know when she cuts her finger, doesn't start crying. Her hand she doesn't start
They got
crying.
caught up, bro. Bet you beat the sour leaf when you find out you're rooming with me. Not really.
Oh man. Yo, there's another character whose name is has the last name Fumus. What does that mean? Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm. Say
Hmm.
Fumus.
No, Druge on the head.
No Rouge.
Hey
Maybe not.
man,
Weird. That is covered.
might be the better twin. I don't know.
Yo, are you sure? Because she's picking lint on her face. Picking a lint off the top. It might just Fumus just might just be the name of orphans get. Like you don't have a last name, you just name Fumus.
Yeah. Oh
But
damn.
maybe not, or maybe she's because as Rouges comes from also just people born out of wedlock, people born out of lower birth and stuff like
Dang.
that.
It
But
said no baby mamas, no baby daddies.
oh,
No marriage, a legitimate child.
her name is your girl's name is Hozanik, something like that. I don't know.
Hosanna?
Page chapter 16, page 8. Kokoya. Yeah, I don't know.
You said my girl? You're not my girl.
Yeah,
What the heck?
and the one you skip future potential in.
Oh yeah. I like her.
Yeah, so that's what I meant.
Kakisha. I'm really thinking talk about my wife. I was like, oh, hold up.
Now your wife's name is Anzu.
Yeah. Beautiful name, by the way.
Tifa is a better name. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
Objective opinion.
I have to agree, unfortunately.
Tifa is just man.
She's so good.
I can't wait for the time skip we come back and Tifa needs. I hope she's not one of the people that's like I have to live in this country thing. I need her to be right beside
You
Theo.
would be sending a check every month. Hey, you gonna live good. Don't trip.
Shit.
New house, new everything.
I mean, she ain't doing anything. She got Ganon's like whole crew and stuff like that. They respect Theo. Of course, they're gonna respect her sister. She is.
They better not try nothing though. Shoot.
I don't think they would.
Let me chill. Can Olga wear some clothes, bro?
Olga just that's just how she breathes.
Yeah, see, I raised my daughter Nautica with decorum. You know, Nautica out here, grace while she moves. You know, pure grace. And then
what
this
did
hoodlum Olga.
Hoodlum? Hey man, it wasn't Professor your top two? What she say? Walk 100 steps and what's in vogue goes out. Like, hey man, maybe being maybe the real hoodlum is the one that keeps on wearing everything, keeps on thing with the big foreheads.
My God, no way you're trying to do this to me.
Hey
Yeah,
man, nah.
Magus. Hey, okay. So my Magus video, the races and the jobs.
The races.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it. Alright, the demographics. Alright.
Which is gonna be funny though. So it's gonna be like the YouTube video is gonna be the greatest racist in Manga.
Greatest races in Magus. It's like what? This sounds like a power skilling though. It's just like no, it's just informative. And then
You brought up power skill. That'd be fun. Power skilling and
does not do that, bro.
nah, you said imagine power. Nah, that'd be funny.
Nah, there is a bias towards the Rakta.
The Rock.
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah, hey man, that'd be.
And then they got Aya. That's a super team.
Yo, the Hironica, Alv, and Nautica though. Well,
yeah.
in terms of smarts, in terms of Theo, they got Theo, man. That's all they need.
Theo's Hyron and
Hoppy, but they also got Nautica. I mean, you got Cynthia because
Hoppy's
she's
the one that got destroyed, right? Or
yeah,
suspended?
yeah.
Are they all gone, or is it just like very small number?
No, they're still alive. I'm pretty sure, but there was like a huge thing. It's like a certain incident in the 20th century, which I don't
It's
think
in that book. It's in that book, man.
yeah, it's gonna reveal that it was fault. And like the book is so I just wonder what could the book be. It has to
Yeah,
be something.
that's why that chapter in that's why that chapter 28 got me real interested in that book again. Like I've always been interested in it, but after the Togid, whatever Togid was talking about, like how Theo might get fucked because of that book. I was like, man, is it really that serious? Like, this is crazy. But yeah,
And like he called out Sedona saying, "Yeah, Sedona, you're if you test the fate or whatever you want to test, it's gonna cause this boy to be in the it's gonna mess him up so badly."
yeah, I was like, whoa. But of course, nah, he's the MC. Nothing to happen, and they're correct. They are correct.
It sickens me that you like that's a crazy word to say. It sickens me that you use Theo to both bolster your faith in the work you do.
I was like,
Well,
you don't even know him, bro. You don't know their relationship.
that's an interesting way. Like we see faith in religion, but faith is something as abstract as the work of fate. Like just fate itself would be interesting. Like Sedona believes in he doesn't. They don't believe in religion. They believe in fate and destiny. That'd be an interesting thing.
Interesting, yeah. That's the Togeed. Yeah, Sedona even calls him master. He gotta be a fighter.
Like I mean, he's teaching him how to balance all
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah. It's like
But nah, he's gonna be it.
I did like those twin girls talking in code. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, that was kind of cool. Little low key, but cool. Yeah. So yeah, that was volume 6. Real beautiful. Absolutely loved it. Except the Sophie stuff, but
A real,
the
a
Sophie stuff
real.
doesn't dock points. It doesn't dock points. It just doesn't increase points.
Hey man, neutral's good. Real
Yeah,
redemption though.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, real redemption. Yeah, I at least understand where Medina's coming from, and I like the fact that they didn't use the backstory. It's like, don't worry, y'all. This justifies her. No, like they didn't go for that at all. It was more so just say, hey, this is just how she grew up, and then the fact that the victims, because like Theo and the professor were direct victims. I mean, everyone kind of was a victim to her rants, but Theo and the professor got like first hand experience on Fadina's like outbursts due to her like her religion and her background, and they were the ones defending her religion. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like yeah, we could easily say she gotta throw away her religion to get along with us, stuff like that. But they're like, nah, we don't actually have to go that far. We just gotta yada yada yada. Again, I really like that talk because again, it doesn't show like what she's doing is okay, but it's seeing that like it's hard to describe. You're kind of just like being understanding of like, okay, this is who she is and why she's doing it. And it's like now it's like how do we move forward from here? There's not really like a right or wrong thing. It's more like just trying to
Yeah.
understand the person more, which again I find because like there's no like you don't have to justify everything. I feel like a lot of people force themselves to try to justify things. Like what she was saying to Theo and Olga and all, like you do not gotta justify that at all. And they didn't even try to. They said, "Oh no, it's okay that she said this because X Y Z." Like they didn't even attempt that kind of dialogue. But again, Theo and Olga already being victims to severe racism over and over and over. That like they just kind of brushed it off, and they could actually relate to the loneliness that Medina experienced. Even though it's a different
Yeah.
kind of loneliness, but they could still relate to it. They're like, yeah, we were just like that too, and they actually made friends. Medina technically didn't have a friend until now.
Medina had that one girl and I was trying to be friends, but she pushes people out away.
Yeah, but that one girl kind of tolerated her. It was more, no. I mean, no. She did want to be friends, but it was like a because like Olga and Theo. Well, Theo had friends even before the cabinet exam, and Olga before they passed, I had friends in like Theo I and Nautica with a, like
Yeah.
an asterisk, but Padina had to come here first, and then like the one girl you're talking about, she was the one that was trying to be friends. Of course, Padina pushed her away, but I said her, yeah, but like it was more so that Olga and Theo kind of bounced, or they honestly they recovered from their toniness, but they found like a way to cope with it, a healthier way to cope. Padina didn't. Like she was still kind of trapped in that, like, no one's on my side. I'm just by myself. I need to find a way to establish myself. And they're like, we were just like that too. And then it's bro, they're so mature, man. I really like Olga. Bro, I don't respect Olga enough. What the heck?
Yeah, you call it degenerate, but
she got a lot of PT. She's a heavy panel, bro. Like
she's there. And I think what Theo was like it's also his upbringing. We didn't mention that he went through like volume 2. It just spent him. It was just him spending in time with like all these different people and races that don't agree with him. Like that one girl that was her sister was getting married, and like he dealt with people
oh
that don't agree with.
yeah, I remember that.
He dealt. He knows, man. He's been dealing with this stuff for a while. Like she's not gonna face him. And also Theo doesn't care, man. Like he was focused on getting better. He can't focus on just um not they can let him down. He has to get better.
Yeah, exactly. A man with a plan.
Damn though, Medina getting a video before Theo.
Bruh, you know how hard it is to make a Theo video? He's so deep. What the heck? Padina's easy. Used to be racist. Backstory. Still kind of racist, but we understand where she's coming from. Then boom. Easy.
The Kaido level backstory.
Like, I know was terrible. We didn't even understand anything. Where do you come from?
That's still the funniest
the
video.
thing is, his notoriety came from the fact that, breaking out of prison all those times, yada yada yada, and then that wasn't even made to a big deal in his backstory, which is.
It's like you see that video,
like, but I was like, dog, it was
that,
like 2 panels they used to explain it. I said, this is not serious.
Nah, that's the funniest part. You did a video, right? Like I used to be young.
Yes, sir.
I was medium, now I'm large.
I was like, come on, bro. But yeah, so Padina's easy. I already got the script just planned out in my head. Theo, and where do I even start with Theo? Oh my goodness.
You could just do a subsection with like Tifa related for his relation with Tifa, but
yeah, I'll have to do a subsection. It would be like him, Sedona, him, Tifa.
Him, Sedona.
Difficult.
Him, his teachers. The teachers, it could be a good video.
Yeah.
Like the different professors, Ganon, Saros.
Yeah, like his best life lessons. Yeah, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. I like that.
You want to do predictions for Volume 7 or not?
Yeah. Did do Volume 7 prediction. So
you see the
26 end? I mean, no, where did 28 end? Because since the Sophie chapters are filler, he don't really gotta, volume. Alright, so volume 28 ended. I mean, chapter 28 ended with the spy, and the filler Sophie chapter ended up with Sophie. Okay, so Medina just succeeded in I mean the worst trio succeeded in passing. So worst trio succeeded in passing. Sedona then mentioned the book, and then the spy exists. So those are the most recent plot lines. After the worst trio finally passed their test, I don't know.
You seen the Volume 7 cover? If you pull it up, there might be something you could.
Nah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm about to. Ooh, the upper Kafnas. Why did I see Luffy? Oh no.
Yo, Luffy.
He's in the back.
Yo.
I'm seeing the upper Kafna. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the.
time skip to when we are. Let me chill. Let me chill.
I don't think
Yeah. I'm on it. I'm on it.
you do see the black text in the front of the book cover though,
You said the black text?
or the I think that's Tifa. That it's the I think that's might be the black text actually, or the
Take the book?
yeah the book because it's either two things. It's obviously the book that Theo has, or it's the black text, which is the text that the Huron used and thought of they used to it's the basis of what they used to prosecute the Hopi and cause it, the genocide.
Mm.
I'm leaning towards if it's Theo's book though, the fact that it's on the cover.
Yeah, and volume 6 like ended off talking about the book. So like, hey, hey, how you crazy? I've seen the upper Kafna. So hey,
Yeah, she kind of shorty on the left. Yeah,
yeah, freaking clean.
she got the it's
Oh,
like the. I mean, the volumes before were high quality, but like this so hyper realistic in this one kind of to make
yeah, yeah.
like clocks and things like that. Like, what could it? Yeah, it might be something there. If I have to do it, because we've seen like each volume release since we've entered this quote unquote school arc or the Captain of First Year arc, if you want to call it that. I don't know if there's arcs in this manga,
Of
but
course
we've
it
seen
is.
different characters. We named the character we'll focus on in volumes 7, the side
Oh
character.
yeah. Okay. Because there's unfinished storylines, right? So like characters like Alf are just on the back burner, just kind of being ready. We knew Medina was coming eventually because she was such a prominent character, and she had obvious problems that needed solving. So all right, she's gonna like come through. We might get I won't say Cynthia. Actually, it could be, but I feel like they're gonna hold off on Cynthia. They already set Cynthia up for like greatness, so it's like we don't really gotta focus on her immediately. Cause like I'm thinking of like characters that kind of need immediate or like immediate attention, which is just Cynthia, Medina, Olga.
Oh, I was muted. I was saying Owl for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Cynthia, I think is gonna be like we've seen with like she'll get a chapter or like a half
Yeah.
a chapter set
Mm-hmm.
up like
Yeah,
she's in the background.
yeah. I feel like every volume we need to at least have some Cynthia. Like just show up, show that you're still here. You know.
Clocking for the check. I feel it.
Can't for the check. Yeah, like the class is pretty harmonic nowadays. Man. Just Medina.
Yeah, but it's more like there are more things and more like the backstory and like how because like in depth of the character. Alv is the most interesting because like the way he moves, I feel like he's a royalty of some kind. Like he knows so much, but like, what could he be? Yeah, if I had to predict, I'd feel like it'd be Alv maybe, or maybe like maybe not even. I don't know. Maybe we we get something about like like we get more lore stuff or like some of the background people like the his pet Yura
That'd be nice.
or
Whoa,
about them.
why did the hot brim hat witch curse you, Yura? Please explain. Maybe you're the problem. You know,
Hey,
maybe Yura was the problem, bro. I don't know.
maybe I need her the brim hat's location and name so I
Yeah,
can
like
confront her.
interrogation. You know, just to, we need some questions answered. That's that's the reason.
No other reason. Oh man, I think that'd be interesting. Like I just want to, yeah, because she's great at definitely great at writing introvert. Like I talked about in the beginning of like writing about different characters. I want to learn about the worlds and like what are the different factions because we just been hinted at it. Because
Yeah, and
yeah,
I'm liking that we're seeing the upper Kafna in the cover because if we're getting more just like info and just like dumb, that would be really nice. Because again, the class pretty much pacifying colors. There's not a single character I dislike. You know, like they're all really good. Again, only character I disliked was Medina, and then now she found a good place in the story. So yeah, really like the character. Professors too. Like we really out here, and this is just temporary because when Theo is free, gets his office, we not going. I mean, we're definitely gonna see them again, but it's not like as often. You know, he's gonna have like a new group, and yeah.
yeah, even like the assistants, like the restoration girl, like have we seen in the what this volume that like restored the after Medina destroyed the books and she restores it right away. Like yeah, they're all legit.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you tried to put me on long ago, bro. I ain't listen.
Listen, I was
Apologies.
reading this when it was getting scanlated in like 2018. I knew.
You knew.
Hey, man, I'm outside. I've been begging outside for Donch to get this like to start publishing on the app.
That would be a glorious day. But they want you playing gotcha games, bro. They play gotcha for Magus.
Yeah, see the thing is I can't even read it because it's not available in Canada.
Good
But
lord, what a lame app.
I think well look, let me see how far behind you are. It's actually monthly. Let me see. It's that right. We're only on chapter 43, so we're like, well, actually, no, that's only this. We're like 14 chapters behind.
Good lord. You know how much gas is right there in front of my face? Uh,
I mean,
I
Magus is
didn't
kind
need
of
that
interesting.
info. I did not need that info, ladies. You just ruined my night. Thank you.
Magus is an interesting series because it's monthly, but even in Japan, they only drop a volume a year for some reason.
What the hell?
I don't know. It might change though. Hopefully, it does.
Yeah, Mizumi. I mean Mitsu. You need help? Shoot. Cause I need help, and I'm gonna get that help from you. I'm need you
Greatness
working.
6, huh? Yeah, man. Simul Pub. Anime, man, I don't know. I love an anime for this, but I don't think it would ever be good enough.
It'll be too much work.
Yeah, they.
Them trouble spreads. The animators be like, bro, I'm trying to see my kids. I ain't doing this.
Yeah, I don't think Mappo. I don't think even Mappo would be. I'd need production. I need a wet studio to do it, but you know.
Yeah, so volume 7. Yeah, if it's about upper cabinet, yeah, especially like you said, if it's about the little spirit he has with him, and more about the witches. Of course, Cynthia little cameo. I'm not gonna hurt.
Al, one of the
Yeah, yeah,
characters,
yeah, yeah. You need some
Olga.
of course, a little more Padina progress, just a little more, just sprinkle it in there.
Opens the first chapter, she's saying the most racist shit.
Don't think we're friends, you dirty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just because we passed one test don't make us besties. You damn whoa, my dick. No, relax. God.
Hey man, she's crazy. I just I don't want to meet her dad. Her dad would be something else. Like her dad probably says extinct racist words that are like
Oh
you
man,
can't.
ancient, bro. Haven't been used in in centuries, but he brought it back. Yo, Satsuki, why aren't you sleeping, bro? You up too late for Magus? You? That's crazy.
Oh man. Oh yeah. By the way, Volume 7 dropped 30K in the first week. 5 days of sale only. Let's go.
Okay,
That's,
okay.
yes, sir. It's actually crazy
Little
how much.
bread for Mrs. Zumi. I respect it. Nice little
Yeah,
bread, man. Go buy
30K
yourself
is
some
insane
bread.
though. To buy
Yeah.
some tickets. Oh man, I just need her to do great so it can continue going on. No cancels, no cuts, nothing.
Okay, so no good. Yeah.
I put too much effort into this manga for it to be canned. I'd go to Kodansha myself and I'd tell them I'd fly to Japan, man.
Yeah,
I'm not-
Mr. Prince DT not too long ago talk about the boy knowledge on point. I'm trying to get like a. I was like, bro, we all trying to get like this, dog. Everybody, bro. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's one of a kind. All right.
Amen.
So if you have any overall thoughts, to wrap up for our volume 6 talk.
For I'll say Volume 6. And overall, it's her right. Each season continues to show that she's not she's one of the few authors because I feel like a lot of authors are either great at writing or great at art, or and they have one thing they're strong at, if that makes sense, right? Like they're
Yeah.
great at art, but she's this arc. She's like, yeah, I'm great at both, man. Like don't try this.
Yeah.
But yeah, just keep reading. Just read Magus if you can, because your life will be changed in the best way possible.
Hey, pre Magus, I'm not the same man as I am today. The messages, themes, life lessons.
Tifa.
I'm Tifa. I'm a better and stronger person I am now. So yeah, read Magus. I wasn't a believer at first because I was too focused on I was like, okay, I see the setup is good, but what else? And then the setup just kept getting better. Then it reached a point where I'm like, dog, this is fucking fantastic. This isn't just like a setup merchant kind of thing like I was talking about. No, this is writing, bro. It is good. And of course, the characters improve. I mean, yeah, the characters continuing to be as good as they were and growing helped out a lot. I was like, yeah, this is a safe series. It's gonna treat you right. It's gonna be good. And again, the future is bright. I was curious why people always brought Magus up, even though I'm just a bit. It's just 4 volumes. It's just, but nah, I wasn't seeing it. I wasn't seeing it. But yeah, real good. Very impressed. And yeah, I'm excited for volume 7. Hopefully I'm there within the week, because I've been reading stuff too late these days. But a week within the drops, I hope I'm just right in
Hopefully.
there. First row seats with Liz. And then we gonna read. We gonna read.
Yes, sir.
You just hear you never reading. Hey, I appreciate it though. That 6 hours after vodka is kind of wild though. But yeah, I mean, we'll probably wrap it up. I don't know. I guess we already kind of said our final words. But...
Also, last thing, Theo, my son, the greatest to do it. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
A
Theo,
real,
yeah, I like Theo just because I like MCs. So like
yeah,
Theo naturally would just be liked by me, but I didn't like love Theo the way like other people love Theo. But now I'm really seeing it. I'm really seeing it. Like Volume 6 showed me signs of Theo that like, cause I like characters like Theo. I always worry that like they won't get to see certain sides of life or they won't like acknowledge it. But Volume 6 had many parts where Theo had to acknowledge that maybe talking might not always be the right way, even if he solves everything through talking, as long as he like is in a scenario where he acknowledged that yeah, like this might not work, yada yada yada. Like that's always good because a lot of characters believe that no matter what, just keep try harder, just talk harder, it will work. I'm like, it's not that easy. And then of course the Tifa thing, I like that he showed that there's a line you cannot cross. He wants to be, of course, friends and supportive to a lot of people, but there are lines you can't cross.
yeah,
I really like that he established that because again, a lot of these people be like pushovers and stuff like that, but because they're the MC, it's fine, or they don't get
yeah,
to experience the real like danger that comes with that kind of personality. But I like that he drew the line. He's a hey, I'm a still and even after they said that he was still dropping life advice. Like they are out
yeah.
here, bro. That Liz,
Theo,
you raised them right, man. You raised them right.
Theo has a like he has these like lines you can't cross. We see in this volume is obviously his sister, but I think we also see when he's teaming up with Nautica, and they're like, "Yo, are you doing this for your thing?" And he's like, "You can make fun of everything, but don't make fun of my dreams, or like
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
don't cross my dreams." Like he has lines that even he can't doesn't let people cross. His great, real, you know, real respectable things.
yeah. I appreciate it, man. Hey, shout out Theo. Shout out Tifa. Shout out my wife Anzu. Um, oh yeah, and of course Medina was the star of the star of the volume. Her problem was like the main thing. That was handled really well too. Again, I wasn't trying. They didn't force me to feel pity. They didn't make me say, "Oh, she's been through such a." Because like even though she went through like a fucked up life, it wasn't to the point where like I was cheating every day, that kind of thing. It was just like she just didn't get respect, which of course is very bad as well. But I'm glad that they didn't try to make her life like the most horrible thing of all time by not only lacking respect, but dad putting the hands on her every day kind of thing. It's like now just because of her illegitimate birth and her probably being a daughter as well, and it's not like the dad didn't technically stop her from becoming a kafna, and even quote unquote helped her to become a kafna, even though it wasn't out of love. But
Yeah,
at least when it comes to basic human rights, or no basic like parent to child, like providing for the child, we know she at least got like the necessities she needed to like get through life. Of course, people we need more than that, but there are people that don't even get that. So, um, yeah, and the fact that she acknowledged it too, that was good. And of course, them talk about religion to kind of like show that don't just use that as like a cop out. Oh, as long as we destroy the religion, we're all good. It's like no, it is not that simple. And yeah, her, especially the high five of the Theo
uh,
and Olga.
Olga,
This is a great moment, man. Like,
and then the hug.
yeah, I always forget the hug, but that hug's the better part. Like, shout out, it's Magus, man. Wow, this cat's gonna be my family one day, bro. Man.
Oh man, six.
And also shout out Liz. Liz forced me to read Magus. So yo, if y'all like this, hey, it's because of Liz. I was gonna read Magus like probably at like September if Liz did force me to read 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, and
Uh,
I'm happy I did. Really, really, really enjoyed it.
oh man, yeah. I knew you were gonna enjoy it. I just know.
All right, Liz, thanks for coming. Don't forget at Gentoki Zahar on Twitter. That's Mr. Lizard here. He always got some good to say. So
Yeah.
shout out him. Appreciate you coming through. Stream will not be the
Thanks.
same without you, bro. Like we needed your Magus expertise over here. Yeah, this
Thanks
was
for
fun.
having me.
If we ever, of course, next time, like next volume, of course, we're gonna speak on this again. And if there's like a if I have like the urge to just speak on like a whether it's a specific character, a theme, or something, we can definitely run this again
Bet.
about Magus. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.